to Roll20, we got these little pictures at the bottom so everybody knows who everybody is. This is why it's the top, the top platform in the industry right now.
Let me just shuffle away my
more
poor
players. Yeah.
Let me just shuffle away my poor attempt at an overlay.
Oh, I mean, if you have an overlay you want to use, that's fine.
I'm still kind of working on it in the background, but we can
okay.
get going for the most part.
All right, cool. Okay. I'm also trying to figure out why there's a blue dot over here. It's just so strange. I think it might be a light, but when I go to the light layer, it's not there.
Blue dot on what?
Over on the map of the region, by the kilometer marker. Yeah. Yeah, I can't actually figure out what it is. Maybe it's the draw tool? Is there clear drawings? Nope. That's weird, really weird. Okay. Alright. I hope I didn't just delete all the walls when I cleared the drawings. That's the thing that you could do. Alright. So, Dragonbane. I saw Darby post the word Dragonbane when I was asking people what other systems they were curious about or wanted to see us run on the server. Because I understood what both of those different words meant, Dragon and Bane, I was like, that's the one I'll look into. And then I did, and I immediately got ADHD hyper-focused, and I was like, well, I won't sleep at night until I run this. So here we are. A couple weeks later, 3 weeks later. So I've explained in the ad for the game that it is a hot seat West Marches basic RPG. So that means that the overall campaign takes place in a dungeon town in an unexplored region that was once human territory, but was lost to time and calamity. And mist settling in, and now, so many generations later, they're sending people back in to reclaim it for humanity and its, allies who are, honorary humans, I guess. And in that way, especially with the fact that there's no actual leveling system in this game, you could just go on whatever adventure you want. From the quest board in the town. So it really sets itself up well for like, oh, I can make it this Sunday, so I'm going to just go with everybody to this thing, or oh, I can't make it this Sunday, so somebody else could take my spot and they could go. So the narrative is like very loose like that, where it's just sort of like old school adventuring, trying to get money, get better at what you do to survive and make more money and whatever other goals you might have, but generally in old school D&D you're just kind of after money and power, it felt like. So this is the inaugural session, so we're going to be running the introductory encounter from the box set, which is basically you guys heading into this region to sort of get the campaign established and started. So I guess before we get started, everybody could just do a quick introduction. Some of us have played together before, some of us have not. And then after introducing yourself briefly, also, introduce your character. And then we'll throw their art up for everybody to see. So let's go with AJ. What do you got for us?
My name's Tort Van Zig. I've seen the scars of war, survived them long enough to spoil over. Now I move place to place looking for a place worth dying, teaching fools how to slay the dragon, but being too old to slay it myself. And I love me a thick cow. It's good for more than milk. Still got a temper on me, but too old to live, so let the wind blow. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I noticed in the last fight over there, you moved a little too much to the left. Don't do that again. Wait, hold on. It's time for my nap.
All right. And a little bit about yourself for anybody that hasn't played with you before. Well, what should we know? So,
Sure. I go by AJ Falcon online, mostly just Falcon. I have a large Roll20 marketplace where I sell primarily monster manuals and stuff like that. I'm a GM on SPG, so I run games professionally similar to Crash. I used to stream, but then I got tired of streaming and stopped. And now I'm just going with the flow of everything.
All right. Next up, we've got Darby.
Hello, I'm Darby. Probably know me around the server from Nightfall or from Cyberpunk games that have been ran here on the server. Today I'll be playing Theodore Briggs of the Briggs family, a well-off young merchant out to hopefully make a quick dime.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, then Juanito Carlos.
Hey everybody, I am Juanito Carlos. I'm in a few games on Crash's server, most notably in Curse of Strahd Daybreak as the wonderful Anna, and I was in Cyberpunk as Dr. Desire. Playing a couple other games, I run a few games. Today, I will be playing Dr. Quillem Ponderson. He is a mallard. He is a very elderly mallard. He has become a master in natural law, natural sciences, biology, physics, math, medicine, and lore. And today he's finally decided to put some of all that knowledge to practical use, of which he has none. So he is moving into the wilderness to try to gain some practical knowledge.
Fantastic. Okay. All right, that brings us to Lex.
Hello there. My name's Lex. Full Lexaeus 22. I've streamed a couple of Crash's campaigns on the server. Red-Handed Doom, Curse of Strahd Daybreak, Monster Hunter, here and there. I seem to also find myself in some of these horror games, or at least trauma-adjacent games. Yeah, I will be playing Wataram, an elderly mage who is in the pursuit of furthering his skills with the arcane.
Okay. He's looking a bit elderly as well. This is a lot of elderly characters here. Okay.
The dice tell a story. I rolled from him.
All right, and Scottrick.
All right, I'm Scott or Scottrick. You know, I play in a game, Outlaws of Alkenstar, as Henry Ironsides. Reckless in almost every game. As a player, I also run Vampire the Masquerade. Crashes on occasion. I will be playing Fumble, halfling hunter who has a bit of a gluttony problem, evidenced by the fact that they have only one ration left before jumping into the adventure. So their goals are wander into the wilderness, get more food, and survive along the way, maybe.
Okay, this right here. Are they also incredibly old, or?
They are an adult, actually.
Oh, okay. All right, so we got one youngster, one adult, and 3 elders, and a donkey, and they are going to set out on a wonderful journey. Okay, sounds good. All right, then I guess we go ahead and get started. So, all right, the ancient. Well, hold on, I want to give it a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more setup. So, the Misty Vale, as you can see off here on the left. All right, the Misty Vale, once in the possession of humans and their allies, was lost, and in the intervening years, the region was taken over by monsters, and a mist sort of like choked the land. Now that mist is lessening or lifting a bit, and civilization is taking it as a sign that maybe they can move back into the region, but they must send brave pioneers, mercenaries, explorers, and adventurers in first to see how things are going and sort of establish a foothold and reclaim those lands. To that end, they have already established a small outpost known as Outskirt, which is over here in the ruins of a once great settlement. It is definitely got frontier town vibes, with a wooden palisade being the only protection between the people of this town and the dangers that run rampant through the Misty Vale. You guys are heading into the Vale for the first time. For whatever reason, you've been waiting for an opportunity to go to the Misty Vale, and one such opportunity has presented itself. There is a man by the name of Azrahel Koth, who is quite wealthy and has been funding expeditions into the Misty Vale to find historical artifacts of no great import, if you know what I mean. To that end, they have hired many groups to go in, and one of those groups had Dragonbane Weatherman, which was a favored servant of Azrahel Koth. They have gone missing. So, you guys saw this advertisement, you were networked into it, or you just had some reason to lie on your resume to get hired for this job. But you are heading into the Misty Vale to seek out this missing individual for your sponsor and employer. Given the dangers of the Misty Vale, they don't just let anybody in. At least that's what they say. They just don't let anybody in. So this is your opportunity to kind of get past the outer gate guards and enter this untamed frontier. So with that sort of setup, how would you guys either know each other ahead of time, or how would you seize upon this opportunity to head into the Misty Vale? We'll start with Fumble.
Fumble, I think, being a halfling, literally just walked in and just like nobody noticed, and just kind of was part of it.
Okay, fair enough. Just kind of hired yourself.
Just kind of hired himself, and just realized, and then like they're like, oh well, he's already here, so why not?
All right, beautiful. Okay, Dr. Quillum Ponderson, what is your motivation, cover story, etc. for accepting this work from the Koth estate to go and track down Dragonbane Weatherman?
It's a good way to do some field research and to perhaps network into the other sciences themselves.
Fair enough. It is said that great secrets lost to humanity could be found once again in the ruins of the Misty Vale.
Excellent.
All right. Let's see. Otarum, the Cheerspark. What is your reason, cover story, connection to going in here?
More or less the same thing. There are mysteries, secrets, both occult and arcane, and he is very curious about them. So, yeah, he wants to explore, and this is just a good excuse to get out there and have some other people in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, he looks very excited about the opportunity. So,
Magic?
Yeah.
What?
all right, fair enough. What about Theodore Briggs? What is your reason for taking this job, or bamboozling your way into this job, or accessing the Misty Vale?
Yes, well, within there's numerous artifacts and treasures that could be very lucrative to the family, of course. So obviously I can't carry it all, so I brought Donkey with me.
Okay.
And we're going to get in there. We're going to find the easiest treasures, going to load up the donkey, and we're going to head back out and make itself rich.
Sounds good. Okay. And finally, Thorpe, what is your connection to reason for cover story for being a part of this group and taking this assignment?
I'm not interested in dying old in my bed. I've only known battle, and that'll be how I go. Whether it's to a common spear or a dragon's throat, I'll travel and I'll see the world, and I'll keep seeing it until it'll have me no longer.
All right. So are you doing this pro bono, or are you still hoping to get paid? Is that...
Thorpe doesn't care.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, because obviously you guys have been promised riches, fame, opportunity. There's no cats in the Misty Vale. You hear some people singing a song about it, that there's no cats there. Feels really good for, Ponderson to know that there's no cats there. So, like, overall, sounds like this is a great place. What an opportunity. What an opportunity. All right. So the adventure is going to start in the middle of things. You guys have already been traveling for several days through the high and rugged Coomer Mountains, trying to find a way down into the Misty Vale. Is anybody familiar with bushcraft and would like to make the first roll of the game?
Fumble knows a little bit.
Okay, great. Now summon your worst dice rolls, because this is a low rolling system.
Oh, alright.
Alright. So let's see. Bushcraft. Are you rolling against 10? Is that what that means? Or are you rolling against a 4?
No,
You rolled a 4 and you're trying to be a 10. Okay, great. So after many days, you finally kind of access the hidden roads that are being established in and out of the Misty Vale. Your employer provided some clues, but the map and directions they gave you were not as clear as you would like. Probably because they feared if you were captured by bandits or monsters, that information might be leaked. Because of the riches and power that lies in the Misty Vale, they're trying to keep it on the DL, like the location and access points of the mountain-ringed valley that you're headed to. But eventually, Fumble the Tree Walker proves his worth, and you find an ancient and narrow pass running through the mountains like an axe gash. Steep, moss-covered slopes rise to the snow-laden peaks that can occasionally be glimpsed through the veils of cloud. Somewhere ahead lies the Misty Vale, the legendary place where the empires of old stored their wealth and magical artifacts. It is the rumor of these treasures that has brought you here, the vast riches and arcane secrets hidden among the ruins on the other side of the mountains. And you are not the first to be lured by such temptations. Since the orcs started leaving the area about a decade ago, a growing stream of settlers and adventurers have made their way into the Misty Vale. But you know the way is treacherous and fraught with peril. The old imperial roads have crumbled, and the mountains are teeming with danger. The Drakmar Pass, where you now find yourself, is particularly infamous. The dwarves of the Coomer Mountains have warned that the humans' return has attracted brigands and ravenous beasts to the area. Your fears come true when you suddenly hear a disconcerting whimper. You see a figure lying in the middle of the rocky trail, only 20 or so meters ahead of you. The figure is wearing a simple gray robe and clutching a dark bundle to his chest. As the whimper turns into a rattling wheeze, you realize the person is gravely wounded.
How are you?
All right. Wow. He said, "How are you?" That's incredible. What timing. All right. I'll take you guys over to the map. He wouldn't have said it like that with this. All right. So I know how to change maps. I've done it many times. Let's see, hit this button right. Ah, there they are. Okay, and then we go to this thing. It's happening. All right, and then I put you guys where? Ah, right here. Cool. Okay, and then I drag this little ribbon. This is so quaint. All right, I drag the ribbon. There we go. All right. Did it change maps for you?
Yes.
Nice, nice. All right, roll 20. It's in there somewhere. All right. So up ahead is the figure on the ground. They let out a rattling wheeze. Is anyone there? All right. And action.
Guys, I think there's someone up on the road.
Are they still alive?
Ugh.
They're calling out
Homeless.
to us. You didn't hear him? All right, let's go. And he just wanders up.
All right. He's like, I'm still alive. Yes, please help me. All right. As you approach, let's see. You see that his pale, panic-stricken face has what looks like blackened veins beneath the skin, and especially near the eyes and lips. Are we allowed to post pictures in the chat? Is that a thing that you can do in Roll20?
You can certainly try.
Certainly try. Thanks. I could have sworn that was the thing we could do. Here we go. I'll throw it into Discord. Okay. Just put it in general. There we go.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, he's looking pretty rough. He's looking pretty rough. Almost corpse-like.
Did you say I've got nothing to eat?
All right. I gotta change the music out. Hold on.
I don't know much
It's
about
so
this.
wonderful.
I don't know much about the healing arts, but this looks sketchy, guys. Is one of you a doctor?
All right. He says. Let's see. Yeah, you could examine the wound if you were near him.
I'll take a look.
What? I didn't want to get that close.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Well, the doctor will kneel down next to this man and see if I can figure out what's going on.
All right. Go ahead and give me. There you go. Healing check. All right. You got a 2. Oh, 14 or less. Fantastic. Okay. As you look at him, you see that his thigh is pierced by a thick black arrow. And you realize right away the arrow is poisoned. Purple-blue streaks branch out from the wound, and they match the darkened veins by his eyes and mouth. Suddenly, he sits up like a jump scare horror, corpse zombie, and hands his bundle to you, Doctor. And he says, wide-eyed and terrified, "Quick! Take it! Leonara will understand. It's a message from Master Weatherman. Must find all 4 pieces. The secret of the Dragon Emperor!" And then he dies.
Oh.
Yeah. As he dies in your arms, what is everyone else doing?
Looking around to see what dangers brought this about.
Okay, sounds good. Was anybody else captivated by this scene of death, or were you more wary?
I think Otarm would have been at least close by to provide assistance with healing if necessary. But yeah,
Fair.
kind of
Okay. Theodore, would you have been captivated by the horrors that you were witnessing, or would you be on guard?
Maybe on guard from him, but interested in what's
Okay,
in the bundle.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on the bundle and stuff. All right, Thorpe, what about you? What about you?
I'm an old war veteran. Another guy died. Who cares? I'm definitely being alert.
I think every time you unmute or push to talk, it plays like a weird like
Wait, for me?
machine sound, maybe? Maybe I'm just
I don't have
imagining.
anything set up like that, so that's
Oh,
weird.
weird. Okay. All right. Might just be weird timing. Okay. All right. So, all right. I'm gonna say Thorpe and Fumble. Give me awareness rolls. All right. Those are both successes. So the two of you will not be surprised by this brigand ambush. So let me go ahead and change out the music. Oop. Let's see. Grab this. All right. So in Dragonbane, we don't roll for initiative. We deal out cards, which sounds kind of weird. But we're gonna see how it goes. So heading over to the combat tab. Let's see. All right. So, combat and damage rounds and initiative. Drawing the initiative. There are 10 initiative cards, numbered 1 to 10. Each player taking part in the conflict, voluntarily or otherwise, it will draw a random card at the beginning of each round. Each round, by the way, so initiative is constantly changing. The GM draws cards for the NPCs, and this is called drawing the initiative. The number on the card determines the order in which you act in the round. Number 1 acts first, number 2 acts second, and so on and so forth. You place your initiative card by your character sheet so that everyone can see what order every person is acting in. The GM puts their card or cards in front of them. When all participants have had their turn, the round is over. A new round begins by drawing the initiative again. In the event of a surprise, the people who are surprised get all of the cards at the end of the stack. So randomly determined, but you guys would all get the end of the stack. All right. You guys have been ambushed by goblins, which in this campaign setting are very evil. They're super evil. They're not cute. There's no goblin waifus. They don't say, time is money, friend, or any of that kind of stuff. These are bad goblins.
Tolkien goblins?
Yes, these are Tolkien, Darkspawn, eat babies goblins. Like, they are the worst of the worst. They are irredeemably bad. Okay? Like, that's the campaign setting. Alright. There's no goblin sympathy allowed. Even more so for the orcs. Alright, so goblin scouts are attacking. That's cool adventure design. They told me I could have a number of goblins equal to how many of you guys there were. Does that also count for donkey?
I hope not.
That feels abusive. All right. Let's see. Okay. They use their bows before firing on the party. All right, great. So I guess they'll be up the hill a bit. There we go. And there's 5 of you, so these guys will be hiding behind these rocks over here. Cool. Alright, so there's 5 of them and 5 of you, and there's 10 initiative cards. We will say that Donkey will share initiative with Theodore. That seems fun. Alright, we're gonna recall all the cards, because we did a little practice one. And then we're going to deal the cards. All players include offline players. Sure. Deal. You must deal cards to a list from player. Oh, I see. I'm just gonna draw them off the deck and put them on the table. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So, since they did the ambush, we'll have you guys go first. So, Thorpe, you got a 5. Oh man. Fumble, you got a 9 for now. And then the Gerblins, you got a 10, an 8, 6, a 1, and why is it not dealing any more cards? Did I deal cards to you guys? Do you guys have cards?
See the ones that popped up on the
yeah.
screen.
I see
Yeah,
for Thumble and Thorpe.
I seem to be out of cards. Let me see. You sure want to shuffle the deck? I do. Okay. That's weird. It wouldn't let me draw anymore. Okay, so then that goblin gets a 4. Alright, so then we got 1, 2, 3 of you left, so you, and you. Alright, and that's all our cards. Because you guys were surprised, the 3 of you get the 3 worst cards, so 8, 9, and 10. So if I could get Theodore, Cheerspark, and Ponderson to just roll a d20 for me. Lower number is good. Alright. Ooh, very nice. Okay, and then can you roll for me, Ponderson? D20. Oh.
Run me the command.
Oh, okay, okay. It's /R, I want to say.
I believe so. There's also
Yeah.
a dice tray off to the left.
Oh, is there a dice tray off the left?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There,
Yeah, very last.
on the toolbar at the bottom.
Oh, on the literal left side of the
I
screen.
got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been a few
okay.
years.
Whew, okay. So since you got the worst roll, you get the worst initiative. So you're gonna trade 10 for 7. All right, and then let's see. Theodore, you got a 15, so you're gonna trade 3 for 9. All right, and then finally, you're gonna trade 2 for 8. Alrighty, cool. So hopefully those cards aren't too distracting as they sit there on the map, but there they are. Let's go ahead and begin the fight. This guy right here. No wait. This guy back here. He is going to see. Right. He is going to use his bow skill, and he is going to try to use his action to fire at the closest target, who is Dr. Ponderson. Alright, so this is the first... Oh, we don't hit T for target or anything. Yeah, cool. Alright. So, it says the goblin moves closer. Alright, so I'm going to have him move a little bit closer, and then he will take a shot at Quillum with his bow. So, in order to do this, I roll on his bow skill, and if it succeeds, he hits you. But then you could use your action for the round to reaction dodge the attack as it's coming in. That I think that's only if it hits. I don't think you have to dodge. Do you have to dodge before get attacked? Hold on.
It says when you're hit, you can choose
When
to
you're
do it.
yeah, when you're hit. Okay, so you don't have to waste it on a bad attack roll. All right, so here we go. Firing his bow. All right. He rolled a 19, and he needed a 12 or less, so he does not hit you. The arrow flies wide of the mark, and that is his turn, and he's done. All right, then we go to number 2. Number 2 up here high on the cliff. He's going to look down. He's got his choice of people to attack, but only one of you looks like a dangerous wizard. So he's going to fire at the dangerous-looking wizard. There we go. Ooh, an 11 is going to hit. Sorry, that was aimed at you, Otarum.
Yeah, he's doing the John Travolta, like, who, me?
Yeah. So you just take the hit, or do you want to try? Do you want to try to dodge? It will use your action if you try to dodge.
For now, I'll take the hit.
Okay. So I believe for this, Oh, nice. I don't have to roll the skill separately. I can just roll it. You take 7 damage! Don't. Oh my god! Alright,
Ow.
so yeah, you take 7 points of damage and are bloodied. By 1 arrow.
Yep.
That's first level in any system, honestly. Alright.
Seems about right.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, and then let's see. He will slide down the hill. There we go. And then that brings us to number 3. Number 3 is Fumble.
All right, Fumble understands action economy and will target this number 4 guy over here
Okay.
with a short bow.
Ooh, all right.
He will attempt to shoot him. I guess
Okay.
we'll just roll and see.
Yeah, this should just be a listing for the short bow. Like, yep.
That could go through.
Yeah, I see it. You got a 13, you needed a 14, and you did 10 damage. Oh my god. All right. Let's see. Is 10 damage enough to kill this little man's? Yes, he dies in 1 hit. Yeah, describe his death to us.
Fumble, quick on the draw. Just, turn, see him getting ready to act, lets it loose, it flies, goes through the eye, and he tumbles into the, rocky crevasse below.
Oh, beautiful. All right.
Then he would like to, let me see, maneuver. All right, speed, movement is 12. What does that translate? Is it per square? Is it like, what, or is it meters? Like, what is that, 12?
Man, what a question. So, movement. Under normal circumstances, you can move as many meters as your movement rate. And then I believe every square in the game is 2 meters.
Yep. Okay. He's gonna try to just. Oh man, I just love them show. Okay, there we go. That's telling me 20 feet, 4 squares, huh? He's gonna try to go over here.
Okay.
He's not gonna get real cover, but he feels like he's got a little bit, and that'll be his thing. So his car can go to the side.
All right, beautiful. That brings us to number 4, who was killed. And then that brings us to number 5, Thorpe.
All right. Thorpe is going to move to this goblin right here. I think it's 9.
Yeah. No, a 9 is your buddy. This is 2. He's already acted.
Okay, got you.
Yep.
Oh, he's already acted.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's on the cliff. What is it, difficult terrain to get up there, or how's that work?
So he's up on the cliff, and they've been like sliding down. You could get up to him, but you would have to climb to get up there.
Do I have climbing skill? Is that a skill?
I believe it would be covered by. Yeah, I think acrobatics covers climbing in this.
Makes sense that my old man don't got the back work, and I got a 5. I'm not gonna try to. So I will attack this gentleman here, playing to the character's strength.
All right, fair enough.
Which aren't many.
So that would be what, like 4 speed to get over there? All right, sweet.
Yeah, it's not much. He walks up to him, throws his big blade through this guy, but he realizes that he only has 1 eye, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh yeah. All right. So you got a 20, but you needed a 10. So you swing. Oh wait, is that a natural 20? Oh no. Okay, so something happens when you do that. Yeah. Let's see. It's a table setting, I believe. Yes. So, in addition to everything else that happens in combat, in melee combat, when you roll a demon, which is to say, when you roll a natural 20, this is going to feel very counterintuitive. When you roll a natural 20, you actually have to roll a d6 to see what happens. So go ahead and give me a d6 to see what happens. 4. You accidentally toss your weapon a d3 plus 3 meters away. To pick it up, you must move and then perform an action. Good God! Okay. So roll a d3 plus 3. And I guess throw a D8 in there too.
Said a D8 as well. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be for the direction. All right, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man, so you like throw it over and behind him. So you go to swing on him, and maybe it's your old man muscles, maybe it is sweat that's been building up from the hot day of marching. But as you swing, you become off balance, and the weapon slips from your grip, and would land behind him. Yeah, so that's 5 meters right behind him.
Goddamn chicken fingers. I'm done.
Oh, okay.
All right. That brings us to initiative count 6, who's this little guy over here. I've been instructed that they're going to close the distance, and then they're going to be firing on you as they close the distance. So let me double check a couple things real quick. So you move 6 spaces with 12 movement. That's cool. And then, good doctor. This one is for you. 14. The arrow narrowly misses, plunging into the dead man in front of you instead for minimal damage. And that is number 6's turn. Number 7 up here on the cliff. He sees there's an unarmed old man down there. That's nothing to worry about. He is going to take a shot at Theodore. Here we go. Theodore, that's going to hit for 3 as the arrow grazes your arm.
All right, I'll take it.
And then he's going to slide down the rock in front of Thorpe. All right, 2 goblins blocking the way to his sword as that creature ends its turn. We go to initiative 8.
Oh, my hip.
Hello?
Just.
Taram?
You know.
Yeah. I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of just pulls out the arrow that landed into his side. He has a movement of 8, so he's gonna want to reposition.
Movement of 8, so 4 squares.
Yeah. So.
Wow. Okay.
3, 4.
Okay.
Try and get to there at least. And I think he's gonna spend his action to cast the spell. So this is gonna be fun. Sorry, scroll stuff. Fireball.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Like Dragonbane Fireball. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Fireball.
I was like, holy shit, you must have rolled really good for your character. All right.
I mean, I guess I kind of did, but I don't have access to an RPG at this level.
All right.
So, let's see. The magic is weird in the system.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if this is going to do it correctly. Maybe I have something else.
All right, so you're doing fireball. All right, so when you cast a spell, let's see, you gotta check if it has word, gesture, focus, and or ingredient. You gotta have all those things, on you and ready to go and be able to do those things. You want to make sure that the target is within range of the spell. You gotta keep in mind that wild magic is baked into the system. All spells have a 5% chance of causing wild magic surge. Spicy. And then you're going to be using Fireball. Alright, that's from the Elementalist's track. This is a rank 1 spell. It requires a word and a gesture. So what is your word and gesture for this?
Blammo.
Blammo? I want to know this guy before he dies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know him.
Hey, a single arrow dropped me to half, so it's not going to take long.
That's what I said. I want to know him before he dies. So what do you got for us?
So he says blammo, and he's going to be pointing at, yes.
It's got to be a target within 10 squares.
10 squares.
Because your range is 20 meters, so you got to have it every time.
Let's just go for the one that's next to the door.
Okay.
The bottom one.
All right. Yeah, they have both already acted, so they can't dodge out of the way. So if you land it, they're gonna take the damage. So you would roll on your elementalism, and then if you succeed, they will take 2d6 damage, and be I guess be set ablaze because they're a flammable object. If you think about it. Each power level beyond the first increases damage by d6. All right, go for it.
Don't know if I set it up for that. But I think my skill at elementalism would be twice the base, so 14. So only less than a 14.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly a 14.
All right, so then give me 2d6. Oh, I see your spells. They're over here on the left, dude. You should just be able to click the name of the spell. Yep, they're on the left of your character sheet underneath abilities and spells.
Yeah, I clicked it, but I don't think it rolled anything.
Let's see.
Oh, it rolled a description that I have there. But...
Yeah, it should say input. What power are you casting it at? And then you hit submit. Did that pop up for you when you click the word fireball?
Yeah, I'm casting it at... Oh, wait. So I'm
Because
casting
that'll
it at
determine...
1.
Yeah, that'll determine how many willpower it takes to cast it.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Mm-hmm.
See if I hit 2. Nope, didn't do anything.
Alright, let me see. Casting it at 1, submit. Yeah, you're right. Didn't send anything to chat. That's lame.
So I just rolled
Okay.
it manually. 2d6 and d7.
Alright, and then bill yourself, it looks like 2 willpower points to use that ability.
Alright.
Alright, the fire screams across the battlefield and strikes this this Gerblin for 7 points of damage. They are bloodied, and I guess since they're not an object, they don't actually catch on fire, but they are badly burned. They let out a scream of pain. Alright, and play passes to 9, which is, I believe, Theodore?
Yes, Theodore.
And Donkey. Donkey is scared. He wants to leave. You are holding the tether to Donkey.
Well, Trope, even without a weapon, I mean, he's a soldier. He'll figure it out.
Okay. So you just let Donkey go, or are you gonna move with him?
I'm gonna move with him.
Okay. Donkey appreciates you and what you're about as the two of you flee from battle.
Yeah, yes. We're
Okay.
gonna dash over here.
Oh, okay, nice. All right.
Hold on, I think I can make it. I got 12 movements, so.
All right.
There we go.
Donkey doesn't even spare a look back as he follows you out of danger.
Neither do I. I mean, that's what they're there for. They're hired help.
Wow. Okay. He lets out a happy hee-haw of delight as you guys might live to, travel another day. And finally, after all of this, play passes to Dr. Quillem Ponderson.
I can't believe I didn't get hit.
It was very like end of Pulp Fiction, right? Where you're just like, getting
Right.
shot at constantly, making no effort to not get shot, having no idea what's going on. All right, you're up.
Well, he looks around and he says, "Discretion is the better part of valor," and looks and sees that there's no one around him, but sees that Mr. Vincent is struggling over there. So I'm going to do something that I regret.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to move, and I have a movement of 10, so I can move, 5?
5, yep.
I will move here. I have a weapon with a range of 2.
Nice.
So he takes his staff out and just sort of pokes this one.
Okay.
See if maybe we can finish him off.
Well, the one down here is the one that's been damaged. So this guy's fresh.
All right, I'll hit the damage guy then.
Okay, so you'll... Oh, yeah, I guess 2 diagonal. Yeah, go for it.
And I'm assuming it's this skill.
Yes.
Okay,
So you rolled a 17, which unfortunately is a miss.
I
Right.
would like to use ill-tempered.
Oh, to push the... Yeah, post it in. Mallards tend to have a choleric temper. You can activate this ability no action when making a skill roll and get a boon to the roll. But you become angry if you're not already. This ability cannot be used for rolls against int or int-based skills. Alright. Okay, so... Alright.
I guess I should have rolled it beforehand.
I have angry as a status. Here you go. And then you just roll a staff attack again. We'll take that sick 12 damage though, if you hit.
I'll take that.
Oh, all right, that is actually a dragon. All right, so you get hella pissed. Now keep in mind, now that you're angry, all attacks involving like strength and whatnot are gonna have a bane on them.
That's okay.
Yeah. But what a hit. What a hit. So critical hits in this system happen when you roll a nat 1, which is, counterintuitive to everything we know and love. And when it happens, you actually get to pick from 3 different things, none of which matter in this instance because you fucking one-shotted this dude. But it's good to know. So you can roll double the amount of weapon dice, which is pretty sick. You can immediately perform a second attack. Oh, that could come in handy against another enemy as a free action. Or you can ignore their armor, which is probably something I'm supposed to have been checking on these gerblins that I've been killing willy-nilly. So yeah, let me make sure that its armor doesn't actually protect it from being killed. Nope, it only was soaking 1 point of damage.
What's damage on that?
He did 12.
No, that's his skill.
What? Oh, he didn't actually roll a damage. Huh. Oh, okay, so on your character sheet, Doctor, there should be at the very bottom, a weapons section. There we go. So damage 7. Okay, so this guy would live through that. So do you want to double your weapon damage dice?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then you get to roll another d8. Alright, so 11 points of damage, and then he would soak 1, and then take 10 damage total, and so he would actually die. Alright, very nice.
Was that including the damage bonus? I shouldn't have been.
Would you believe?
Why
it should
should there
have.
be a damage bonus?
The second, that's when you do double the damage, you're not including the.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah,
it's in there.
it's a weapon die. A staff is a d8.
Yeah, so it would be 2d8 plus the die, right?
Oh, I thought he just rolled another d8. Let's see. It'd be 8. Crits don't add the d4. Yeah. My bad. Okay, so it's 8 damage total. So -1. So he'd actually still be alive. Man, this guy, he's just hovering between life and death here. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
No,
That's
it's
all
good. We're just trying to figure it out. That's cool. I'm so spoiled on a tremendous amount of automation. So yeah, I think you
Back
guys
to
are gonna have to
basics.
keep that. You're gonna have to keep that dice roller handy, guys, because you're gonna have to just roll a bunch of dice. Is the easiest way to handle this. But that is a good clarification. The bonus damage you get from your stats is not doubled during a crit. Only the weapon damage is doubled. So just keep that in mind. All right, so a solid hit. Now you're pissed off, and in this system, everybody has spring attack like 5th edition D&D. So if you have any movement left, you can use it. Or is that everything you got?
I think that's all I've got. So
All
we're
right,
good to go.
sweet. So we're gonna roll into the next round. Let me see if anything happens. Yes, something is going to happen. Oh God. Okay. Where did they show up? Oh no. Okay. This is fun. This is good. Okay, let me see. There he is. Alright. Aw, he doesn't have his own special mini? That bothers me a little bit. Okay. So, what can I do to make this guy look different? Here, we'll put a little dot on him. Perfect. Okay. So, at the beginning of the round, round 2, by the way, you guys hear a horrible, guttural wooing sound. You look up on this ledge, and you see high above, cresting the ledge and looking down at you, is a goblin. The goblin seems to be like fully armored up, and he is riding on the back of a warg. And just so you guys know, just like goblins, wargs are irredeemably evil. They eat babies. There's nothing good about them, so you shouldn't feel bad at all about killing this guy. A warg, as we all know, is an evil, intelligent wolf with a bloodthirsty demeanor, that capable of speech, and filled with a malice and a hatred of all things. This is not an NPC enemy like the goblins. This is a monster. So this monster is going to operate differently than the NPCs that you are facing. They will have 2 turns in the initiative, and their attack AI is randomly determined every time they activate. And there are 6 different things, 6 horrible things that the Warg Rider will be doing to you guys. And so, cinematically, for the adventure, it leaps down from the ledge to this ledge and lands specifically in this spot marked on the map.
Amazing.
Well,
Yes, it's good.
So I'm gonna get my backup ready.
So just to show you, Scott, that you are literally on the spot. Look at that.
Yep. Hey, it's fine. He thought he was getting away. That's on him.
I know. I thought it was so cool. I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. All right, so go back to the GM's lair. There you go, buddy. Okay. So I gotta collect all our initiative cards. Here we go. And then we shuffle our initiative again. All right, and then heroes are dealt cards first. I believe. I don't think monsters get dealt first. Let me double check. No, it's always heroes. Okay. So here we go.
DM,
Hmm?
I'll be keeping the 5 to make it easier on you.
Oh, you have an ability to do that?
Yeah, I dropped it in chat.
Oh, nice. Activating this ability at the start of a combat round allows you to retain your initiative card from the previous round instead of drawing a new one. Doing so does not count as action. All right, so when I see 5, I will hand it to you. All right, so Theodore Briggs, you got a 10. Let's see. Fumble, you got a 4. Otarum, you got a 3. Nice. And Dr. Ponderson, you got a 1. Very cool. And then when I see a 5, I will hand it to you, Thorpe. So Northmost Goblin. Actually, you know what? I'll pay out the monsters now. So monster got a 6 and a 7 for the Warg Rider. And let's see. Northmost Goblin got an 8. And Thorpe got a 5. And then this Goblin got a 2. And this Goblin down here got a 9. And I think I might be... Am I out? Yeah, I'm out of cards. So these 2 Goblins down here will share a 9. Whew. Okay. Let's begin the round. Angry Dr. Quillum Ponderson. What will you do?
Thorpe, do you want one?
No.
Not Theodore, Thorpe.
Oh,
Those 5 will have options right in the middle to dodge or fight.
Okay, I'm just curious. I will
Okay.
try to help you out then. I will hit the one that's right next to Thorpe with the staff again.
All right, Thorpe. I have to ask: do you have another weapon on your person?
I have shield, which counts as a hammer for offense.
Okay, excellent. Okay.
All right, so you're telling me if I hit the staff as an item, it'll roll everything accordingly instead of the
Yes.
skill.
Yep. There you go. So a 6 is gonna hit for 10 damage. Jesus Christ. Okay. Was this the northernmost goblin?
No, the one that's right next to Mr. Thorpe, to the left.
Oh,
of him.
number 2. Okay, number 2 really doesn't want to die, so he is going to try and do a evade. So he has to get 10 or less. He does not. He dodges right into it. Just gotta like crush his skull in, and he falls dead on the ground.
Very
All right.
good. And then he
Beautiful.
will run. We'll move there. That's my turn.
All right, excellent. So 2 is up, but 2 can't go because he is dead. Play passes to Otarum the Cheerspark on 3.
Oh boy. I just want to. I clicked on this. I'm hoping. Okay, so
Okay.
the first thing I'm going to do is to move away. And then 10 meters. That's not too far. That's too
Where
far.
were you? Yeah, where were you
So,
standing? Right there.
I was right there earlier.
Yeah, you should be okay. This, despite being terrifying, this Warg Rider is only a medium creature because the Warg is medium and the Rider is small.
Okay.
Alright.
I am. Oh, it says untethered creatures. Would this thing be tethered on the warg as it's riding it?
I believe so. Yeah, he's like strapped into his saddle.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna. Okay.
And remember,
Oh.
anytime you're making a roll, you can push the roll, assuming you can, bullshit how and why you're pushing it, and then you get the status effect related to that particular stat, but you get to roll another d20, and then take the better of the two.
I'm just gonna do another fireball at the warg this time.
Oh, okay.
So still trying to get this thing all set up. So
Okay, so a 9 is gonna hit. All right.
So 2d6. 2, 4.
All right. So 4. The Warg Rider, despite being described with armor, doesn't actually have any armor to reduce damage, so it does take the 4 damage.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my movement to 2, 6, 8 here.
Okay. All right, and that was number 3. So number 4, Theodore Briggs and Donkey. Donkey would like to get even further off map. You sense this as it pulls on the rein that you hold in your hand.
4 was fumble.
Who? What?
Was
Oh, 4 was fumble. Oh, sorry. Fumble. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, we're about to learn about free attacks. And
Okay.
Fumble wants to move away from this horrible situation.
Ah, beautiful.
So
Okay.
he steps away. That has to make an evade roll. It doesn't count as an action, but if it fails, he can get attacked. So let's try. He gets a free attack against him.
All right, sweet. So the issue with monsters is they don't have attacks. So let me just check real quick. All right, dodging, parrying, prone. Let's see, movement. Free attack. If you're sitting within 2 meters of an enemy and then voluntarily move away, you must make evade. The roll does not count as an action, but if it fails, the enemy gets to perform an additional melee attack against you, a free attack. The free attack does not count as an action and can neither be parried nor dodged. A monster that gets a free attack performs a monster attack, which may also affect other characters. Oh, that's fun. Note that the free attack is triggered even if you start your movement at a distance but pass by an enemy. Moving around an enemy does not trigger a free attack as long as you stay within 2 meters, so the 5e shuffle is in effect. Also note that involuntary movement never triggers a free attack, just like 5e. Okay, so then we're going to go all the way down to page 83 to confirm that there's not some special monster thing and it's just something straight off of the sheet. Here we go. Monster attacks. A monster uses monster attack when it attacks each monster has a unique set of attacks. Okay, so I just roll on his table and see what he does. Alright, so you basically gave him an extra activation.
Yeah.
Alright, so why don't you roll the d6 then?
Oh, yeah, why not? I'm
Alright.
here for delivering my own horror.
Okay, 1. Pounce. The ferocious warg pounces on a player character, slams the victim violently to the ground. The attack inflicts 2d8 bludgeoning damage. Just automatically.
Oh, okay. This was a mistake.
So 12 points of damage as it leaps over to you. It also says it slams you violently to the ground, but it doesn't say that you're prone. but I feel like it's kind of saying that you're prone if it slams you violently to the ground. So I'm gonna have it knock you prone too. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying my best. They gave me like this little description. It's slammed to the ground. Oh, it sounds like prone. All right. That is your turn, I guess. Well, you can try to get up from prone, right? That's a free
I still have
action.
an action.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Then I guess he stands up.
Wait,
Still has
unless hold on. I think prone might keep you prone until your next turn. Yeah, hold on a sec. Where is it? Conditions. Other conditions. Falling, disease, fear, hunger, cold, sleep deprivation, paralysis, poison, darkness. Where is prone covered? Prone. If you are standing up, but your enemy is laying on the ground, your attacks get a boon and you deal an extra d6 damage. And then your free actions per turn say that you can do the following 4 things. Draw a weapon, draw, exchange, or put away a weapon kept in hand. Change position, throw yourself to the ground or get up. And then drop an item on the ground. Or shout to say a few words. Alright, so your free action, from what I'm understanding here, means you can get up.
Alright, you get stopped. He still technically
Okay.
has an action, unless something says he lost the action. Because all he did was move so far.
Oh yeah, you haven't lost your action, so you still have it. Yep.
Ah, man. Okay.
Okay.
This is terrible. Let's see. Alright then. I guess he's kind of stuck, so seeing his life is dwindling, he will use
wait, what if you ran away and evaded again and succeeded this time?
Yeah, but what if he failed? He might as well just attack with the Bane at this point.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Because wait, yeah, are you limited in the free actions that you take? Is it like a?
You get 1 free action per turn.
All right, then yeah, he's just gonna try to shoot with his Bane, I guess.
So as you're staying from the ground, you're gonna exchange weapons to pull out your melee weapon attack. Is that the play, or are you gonna shoot from up close?
No, he's gonna stand up and shoot from up close.
Okay, that makes more sense.
On this boss monster, where he's gonna die horribly. All
right. So you stand back, you struggle back to your feet. Your bow is still clutched in your hands. You knock an arrow and you aim point blank, but because you're in melee with it, you are at Bane. All right, go for it.
I had a Bane listed. I don't know if it rolled it.
Let's mouse over. It says roll 2d20, keep 1. All right.
You did it.
Yep.
Yeah, you did it. You got 12, so you shot him point blank.
Okay.
All right. That is a big hit. 10 damage. The creature is bloodied already.
Oh. All right. I guess that's everything.
All right. Yeah, I don't think monsters evade. I think they just tank hits because they don't actually have any skills. Okay. So that is 4 out of the way. 5, Thorpe.
Yeah, he's just got a good shot in him. I'll take this one down.
All right.
Like this guy right here.
And your sword is just on the other side of this guy, but it's a whole action to pick up the sword, so I don't know if you want to mess with that yet. Yeah. Okay.
I use a shield for now.
All right. Let's see. 5 is gonna hit, but the 1 damage is going to be absorbed by the creature's leather armor.
Right, and if they get attack of opportunities.
Yeah, if you want to move away from him, you would have to do an evade, and if you don't succeed on the evade, it will get a opportunity attack.
I'm just gonna start beating my shield at all of them. Come on now, there's room for you all.
Oh shit! Okay, all right, I'm into it. Okay, so as turn 5 ends, turn 6 starts up. It is the warg. All right. It's going to roll a d6 to figure out what it does. Another pounce. Fantastic. Let's see. This guy is a magic user. Magic users are bad. So it is going to pounce on the magic user. Let's see.
It's with
Yeah,
gentleman.
All right, so it's gonna leap over here, and then it's going to, yeah, I guess it's just gonna do 2d8 damage to you and knock you prone. So a gentle 2 points of damage.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Then turn 7, it's the monster again. All right, 2. Let's see. According to this, 2 is okay. Swing from above. The warg leaps over a chosen player character, and its rider swings his serrated scimitar from above, inflicting 3d6 slashing damage. All right. Yeah, I guess he will continue to attack Otarum. I'm trying to figure out if monsters provoke, because the AI for this monster has it just running all over the place. Let's see. Just gonna check this real quick. I know there's like a whole list of things that monsters just like are like, yeah, nah, don't worry about it. I've got this. Introduction to monsters. Movement. Just like player characters, monsters have a movement score, can move before or after their attack, or divide their movement. Note that this score refers to movement per turn for monster, not per round. Some monsters have different movement rates on land, in water, and in air. Taking flight and landing are free actions. So it does sound like it would provoke, but then you have to decide if you want to use your
Action.
action. Yeah. Okay. All right. Monster attacks, you can dodge, you can parry, repeated attacks. A monster may never make the same attack twice in a row. If the GM rolls the same monster attack 2 consecutive times, the second roll changes into the next attack roll on the table. Oh. So I guess he couldn't have done the leap on you. Alright. I already had him leap over, though. That's fine. So yeah, he's just going to like slash down at you with you on the ground with his scimitar, just dealing 3d6 damage to you. So here we go. 12.
Yeah, that downs me.
All right. So now that we have you downed, let's see. Going back up to combat and damage. All right. When you are downed by an attack, let's see, damage. If your HP reaches 0, you drop to the ground and risk dying. You cannot move or perform any actions except trying to rally. On your turn and each subsequent round, you must make a death roll, a roll against your con score. The death roll cannot be pushed if that optional rule is being used. Record the results of your death rolls on your character sheet. After 3 successful death rolls, you recover a d6 hit points and stop making death rolls. After 3 failed death rolls, your player character dies, and rolling a dragon counts as 2 successful death rolls, and rolling a demon counts as 2 failures. If the combat ends, keep counting rounds until all death rolls have been made. Any failed death rolls are reset if you survive. If you suffer any additional damage while at 0 hit points, it automatically counts as 1 failed death roll. Rally. This is unique to this system from what I could tell. Another player character within 10 meters, so 5 squares, and earshot can persuade you to rally and keep fighting despite having 0 hit points. This is an action to do so. If you rally, you can continue acting as normal with 0 hit points, but must keep making death rolls as described above. You can even try to rally yourself, rolling against your will with Bane instead of Persuasion. And then to save you, when you have 0 HP, another person next to you can save your life with a successful healing roll. Without bandages, they will have a bane to the roll. This counts as an action. Multiple attempts are allowed. If the roll succeeds, you stop making death saves and recover d6 hit points. You cannot save your own life this way, even if you have rallied. Additionally, additional healing rolls have no effect once you are no longer at 0 HP, except when resting, and magic can save lives as well. Instant death. You don't record negative HP, but if a single attack reduces your HP to a negative score equal to your full HP, your player character dies instantly. Time to honor the fallen adventurer and create a new one. So, that's the situation that we find ourselves in. All right, play passes to number 8. Number 8 is this Gerblin right here. It doesn't like this old guy, so it's going to, as its free action for the turn, swap out for its short sword, and it's going to try and stab him. That is going to hit for 3 damage. So Thorpe, any armor that you have, you can use to soak it, but you do not have an action available for blocking or evading because you attacked.
Correct. So I have chainmail, so that reduces it by 4, and if you reduce
Oh,
it,
hell yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
so if you reduce to 0, you don't take any damage. All right, so he goes to stab at you. Ooh, wait, there's this one thing about damage types and chainmail. Hold on. All right. Let's go to our equipment section real quick. So back in 2nd edition, different weapons and different armor interacted with each other in different ways. They sort of have that here in this system. So basically, with weapons and armor, the damage type is actually going to affect how that armor treats the incoming damage, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to see where it mentions that.
It's on damage.
Oh,
Like
it's in the damage section?
Yep, page 50.
Oh, okay. I thought it would be listed with, the armor. Okay, so damage armor. Wearing leather, chainmail, and plate can protect your body from damage. Equipping or unequipping armor counts as an action in combat. The armor you are wearing should be written down in the armor section of your character sheet. Armor rating is effectiveness determined by its armor rating, which we already know. Helmets. Your armor can be combined with a helmet, which further increase your armor rating. Equipping or unequipping a helmet counts as an action. Helmets can also give you a bane when using certain skills. Damage types and armor. Alright, so leather and studded leather gain a +2 bonus against bludgeoning damage. And then chainmail gets a +2 bonus against slashing damage. So that's all. I just wanted to make sure that we...
What was the pounce bludgeoning?
Was the pounce bludgeoning. I believe monsters just deal raw-ass damage. Yeah. Alright. So... as he stabs into your chainmail, you feel the blade trying to reach your flesh, but your trusty chainmail keeps it at bay.
Like you said, it could break the weapon.
Oh, if damage from a melee attack is completely negated, the attacking weapon itself suffers the damage instead, which might break the weapon. All right, cool. Hold on just a sec. All right, which would be really great. Let's see. Short sword. Durability is 12 on a short sword. So it would not break, but I guess it would take some damage. Alright, sweet. So that finishes number 8. Play goes to number 9, which are these 2 goblins over here. They are going to move in one at a time with their bows ready, and they will take shots at Thorpe, who is holding off all 3 of these goblins by himself.
bastards.
Oh, 8 damage from the bow.
Alright, so I take 4.
Alright. So you would take 4, yep, because it soaks. And then moving up, we got this one. It's going to go ahead and take a shot. And that is a natty 1. They are going to choose to ignore your armor. So you just take 7.
Oh no! Tell me you're still.
He
up.
just drops like a.
Oh, shit. Okay. And then finally, Theodore Briggs, to you.
Well, Donkey, we've hired the worst.
Oh, what?
All right, Donkey, time to go this way.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, the donkey
And, I'll
gladly
call out-
follows.
I'll call out behind me. Ostrom, if you don't get up right now, well, I won't pass on any letters. I'm gonna try to rally him.
Oh, okay. Gonna rally him with persuasion. Fantastic. Okay, so let's see that persuasion check. 3 under 12. Yeah, there you go. Otarum, I don't know if this says you have to be willing. I think maybe you just have to get up. Which is pretty hardcore.
Yeah, get up or die.
Yeah. All right, roll a d6 and recover that much hit points.
No, he doesn't get health.
Oh, that's
He-
right.
he
He's
can
fighting
just
at 0. You're fighting at 0.
He can just act.
All right. So the Warg Rider was like, saying stuff in Goblin, and the subtitles are like, "Now that the wizard's dead, I can focus on the others." And then he hears a groan from Otarum, and both the Rider and the Warg turn and look at Otarum, prone on the ground. The Warg's bulging eyes are right at your eye level and stares you down.
Torm's eyes are bulging as well. Returning
Yeah.
the stare. That
All right,
can't
beautiful.
have me just yet.
Incredible. I've witnessed a man at 0 health get back up because someone told him to. That's rad. Okay. Going into the next round. Do you want to use veteran again?
It doesn't matter that I'm down.
I don't know. Does it say that veteran doesn't work if you're down?
It doesn't, but I want to see what the down rule. That's what that's.
Oh wait, you must be able to justify how you. No, wait, that's adaptive. Hold on.
Oh shit, wrong one.
Yeah, no worries. Activating this ability at the start of your combat round. Doing so is not kind of. No, I mean you're just that fucking experienced, bro. Even at dying. I asked before I start drawing. Do you want to be at 5 or do you want to see what? Fate has in store for you?
I'll just get whatever you draw them down.
All right. Let's give it a shuffle, and here we go.
We
You were a
can trade,
10.
right?
Yes. Trading initiative is a thing if you're higher in the initiative.
Okay.
All right, and then we'll go to the doctor. Oh, another high initiative on the doctor. Good stuff. And then we go to Otarum with a 6. All right, and we're gonna go to Fumble with a 9, and then finally Theodore with a 5. All right, let's see what the monsters bring into the table. A 3 and a 4. And then we will check in on the other monsters. So 8, 7, and 2. All right. Woof. Okay, let's start the rounds. Quillum, Ponderson, what are you gonna do?
Mr. Fumbles, would you like to go first?
Yes.
Okay, I'll swap initiative with Fumble.
All right. And I don't think swapping does anything to your action economy. I think it's just the benefit of going earlier in the round. All right.
All right. Well, Mr. Fumbles is just gonna target the monster and hope to kill him.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Let's just go.
I mean, just rolling that, a natty 1. It's weird to cheer you on into rolling a natty 1, but holy shit!
That was
Asking you
terrible
shall
damage roll.
receive.
All right.
I guess. Let me
So
see.
you could roll 1 extra d10 if you wanted to, or you could make a second attack. I don't know the range on your short bow if there's anything else nearby.
Theoretically, I think we're just gonna try to deal more damage to this guy.
I think range might have 1 extra option for critical hit. Let me see. No, they only have 2 options. So your damage is doubled, or you get to ignore armor. And since we've established it doesn't have armor, just roll another d10, I guess.
Okay. There we go.
Shit! 12 more damage. All right. With that second arrow shot, you managed to slay the warg. And as you do, the Gerblin tumbles from the warg and cracks his skull on those rocks, and he dies also.
Perfect.
I think. Let me check. If the adventure's like, nah, like it spawns a goblin when it dies, but I'm gonna double check. See, the goblin commander is almost some turn long spin the warg. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're just one. They're one entity together. Okay.
Fair enough. And then he tumbles about back into the spot that got him in trouble in the first place. I just got arrow ready, just pointing all over the place. Lets out a ferocious halfling war cry.
Woo! Beautiful.
And
Okay. That takes us to 2. All right. So let me check something real quick. Let's see. Ranged weapons. Range of a short bow is 30, so 15 squares. All right. So this guy's gonna move closer. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, he can hit you from there. So yeah, he's gonna move up and take a shot at Dr. Quillum Ponderson. Right, here we go. 13 is just going to miss as the arrow flies past you and clangs against the rocks behind you. All right, that brings us to number 3, which is no longer a thing because they are dead. All right, and then that brings us to number 5. All right, Theodore.
All right, we wait here, donkey. I'm gonna let go of my hemp rope that's holding on to doggy. Gonna walk over here, and now that the threat's gone and troops got him distracted. Awesome. Hold on. I attempt to bandage without any bandages.
Okay. So with a bane.
So with a bane.
All right. Oh yeah, so that 18 is not going to be enough.
Yeah. You're not looking good. You might want to get your affairs in order.
Yeah, the scimitar slash got him right in the gut. So there's like a lot of like intestines starting to spill out, just blood everywhere. But he's not standing yet, but he's awake. He's awake. All right. Donkey is going to just not run away, but like move to the very edge of the map, like a person that makes a ranged character in a tabletop game. They're gonna want to ask if they can move off map, but they're also like they don't want to be that guy that asks if they can move off map. So the donkey's just gonna be at the very end, like not even grids anymore, but he's at the very edge of the map. All right, that brings us to let's see, that was number 6. Number 7. All right. So this Gerblin is going to move up. Oh, 5. So 6. 6 is up. All right, that's you, Otarum. That's your spark. Okay.
So for dying, I'm at 0. Do I have to roll a check for?
Yeah, because you're still dying, so you still have to make that recovery check.
Okay.
And it's just a straight 20, I believe.
A D20 versus.
Oh, what a great question. No, the dying. Yeah, hold on. I think it's your con. It's against your con.
Okay, so my con's at 13. If I press this button.
Okay. There you go. Death save roll. So you have 1 success.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, is it tracking that for you on the sheet?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Click death roll. It rolled and it marked on successes.
All right, you're like 33% alive. So what do you want to do? You can stand up as a free action.
I will stand up.
Okay.
Holding on to what is left of my stomach, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to. One of the Gerblins is pretty effed up, so I'm going to target that.
Oh, this one's dead. This one right here is a good one.
Yeah, I'm going to target that one with another firebolt.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll figure out all this thing into my sheet later. 20. Ew. What's the thing about pushing rolls?
So pushing means you give yourself a bane on that roll, but then afterwards, the associated stat becomes you get the status effect for that stat, which means you'll have bane to do the things related to that stat moving forward.
Okay.
So it's kind of like
It's...
wait. Sorry. You get a re-roll. You don't actually get you don't get a boon. You get a reroll. So you need to re-roll it, but then you'll have a bane to that stat moving forward.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I'll push it because I mean, if you don't live.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so roll it again, and I'm assuming what stat are you using to push it? Ideally, it would be intelligence, right? As you struggle harder, but you are also drawing upon your will. So do you want to?
I will say will because it looks like the thing I would get is scared. I think he is scared to die.
Okay. Now, important note is that there's a difference in the system between scared and feared. Fear is terrible. Like you do not want to get feared, but scared is, everybody gets a little scared once in a while. Should be okay. So yeah,
like,
when you
death experience.
Exactly. So to clarify, pushing your roll. If you fail a skill or attribute roll, you can choose to push the roll, which means that you make another attempt. The new result applies whatever it is. If you have boons and banes, you must reroll all of the associated dice. You can never push a demon roll, a natural 20. Whenever you push a roll, immediately after the reroll, you suffer a condition. This means that you get a bane on all rolls for skills based on a certain attribute and rolls against the attribute in question. Each attribute is linked to certain conditions, thus there are 6 different conditions, and you decide which condition you get when you push a roll. With 2 important restrictions: you cannot choose a condition you already have, and you must be able to bullshit how the condition results from the actions you are trying to perform. And the GM has the right to reject any weak bullshit. And once you have all 6 conditions, you win the game. No, you may no longer push your rolls. In addition to their effects, conditions provide inspiration for role-playing. Mark conditions on your character sheet. You can recover from conditions by resting, and everyone should have a trinket, talisman type thing that they started the game with that can help get rid of conditions as well. NPCs and monsters are not allowed to push rolls, so there's at least that going for you. Oof. Okay.
All right.
Is there a thing on the sheet? Oh yeah, you can just click the little button. Nice. Yep. All right.
So I marked down, since I was using will, I marked down I'm scared. So, okay. And by pushing, I got a 10. I was trying to hit a 14, so I succeed on it.
Yep, you succeed. So give me that fire damage.
There's 2 and 6. 5.
All right, 5, and then the leather armor reduce it by 1. It takes a total of 4. That is enough. Bursting into flames, they fall over dead.
Okay. And then he is going to weakly kind of just shift over.
Stay near me.
I will not move anywhere.
Or move next to me.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, okay.
Actually, you know what? I don't know if I can bullshit it, but I will hide within whatever's left of the warg. But
okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
You'll be in that space.
All right, that's a much different tact than yeah. So as instead of boldly stepping forward, you hide behind the thing. They switch their focus, number 7, back to the duck. That duck has an angry look about him despite his fine clothes. The question is, do they want 1, 2, 3, 4? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so they can shoot you. Yeah, it's gonna loose an arrow at you.
Duck or me?
Oh, the duck.
Okay.
You hid, so they're like, nah, it's cool. 8 damage, Doctor.
Oh man!
Mitigated by any armor that you're wearing.
What's that?
Well, you haven't acted yet, so you could try to evade.
thinking. There's going to be one more guy after me. He might just kill Thorpe. I'll take it.
No. That guy died. Number 8, he got gunned down with the fire.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, so Thorpe is the only one left after me then. Okay.
Yep.
I'll take it.
Okay. Down to 1 HP. Off of 1 attack. All right. Don't worry, guys. You'll get more hit points later. That's a lie. You never get more hit points. Okay. Then play skips to number 8 and goes to 9, who we skip because we don't skip because you didn't evade. All right, Doctor, you're up.
All right. In a flurry of feathers.
Wait, hold on. Seeing you still standing after the best arrow shot of his life, this guy is going to start to run away. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Morale rules? Huh?
That's good. 'cause
Well, I
can't
mean,
catch him.
it's they're still intelligent humanoids, and there's no boss
I-
around it. It's a make it keep fighting.
I'm pro morale rolls. I am here for it. You kill the first
Yeah.
guy that might end the combat.
Yeah.
Alrighty. If he's done, I'll move over here. And Theodore, you see a true professional get to work as he pulls out some bandages and goes to work on Otarum. He's cursing. So if there's I don't know if there's fantasy racism in this world, but if there is, he's the closest in this party because not only am I intolerant towards goblins and orcs, I am angry right now.
Oh,
he's
is that your flaw? Is being
Yes.
problematically fantasy racist? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
But
And I
guess-
thought
I
about-
guess what we hear is just Donald Duck just
Yes. Yes.
It's perfectly
And-
sensical for you, but for all of us, it's just Donald Duck.
He will try to heal Otarum.
All right. Anybody with the language skill can make a roll to see if they learn some colorful new words in the Mallard language. All right. Let's see that. Otarum, you mishear everything that they're saying. You think that the anger's directed at you.
What did I do?
And you successfully heal them. So that's a D6, and they are no longer dying.
Lex, you go ahead and roll.
All right.
Put that pressure on someone else. Ooh, very nice. All right. Oof,
That's my turn.
beautiful. All right. Then we head over to Thorpe. Thorpe, who held off 4 goblins while his party dispatched the boss monster, but is now getting the death he so maybe eagerly sought. Or does he have to keep living with his arthritis? Let's find out. Oh no. Oh no, sir, that's 2 failed deaths. Okay. Okay.
Can I do the thing that was done earlier? Can I force it or no?
Yeah, you can't do anything if it's a nat 20. You cannot do a push. And I don't think you can push death rolls either.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, but you definitely can't push anything that's a nat 20. All right, you guys hear a shuddering cough, and you see Thorpe just vomit out like a couple of pints of blood into the sandy dirt of the cavern, or not the cavern, but the ravine floor. And on that note, we roll into the next round. That was some real smart plays last turn. Good stuff. All right, shuffle it up.
I don't think I can save Thorpe. It's 2 actions for me to get to him, guys. So unless you guys can do it.
Thank God for chat. Is it? You can rally yourself, can't you?
You can. You have to make a willpower check, I believe. Yeah. So would you? Yeah, Thorpe. You want to try to rally yourself?
Let's just lay there and die. Yeah.
I mean, either way, you still had to make the death save because when you're rallied, you're still dying. You're just able to do stuff. And this is with Bane. This rally.
Okay. Is there a rally button on the sheet or?
I
Think so.
believe
But
it's
just
just
a will check, right?
Yeah, it's just will.
Okay. Actually, let me just read this real quick. Would rally be considered a skill or just a raw check? I'm just Curious.
On yourself, it's not a skill because you're basically just desperately trying to get yourself back up and moving.
Okay, I was asking for adaptive. All right, so just press willpower and see what happens.
Yep. All right, so technically you would be able to get up and move around. Let me double check real quick. Okay, so damage, death, rally. Okay, let's see. You can even try to rally yourself, rolling against your will with a Bane. So you rolled only 1 die. So you have to roll it again to take the highest number.
Okay, roll one more time, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, so an 8 is enough. So then you would rally yourself. So you are able to get up and move and fight before the round ends. So, what do you? Go for it, man.
First rodeo.
All right. So free action, you stand up and you stagger over to the goblin that has not fled yet. With your shield raised, you.
Look at me. Do I look dead yet?
The goblin says some stuff in goblin, and its eyes go wide as you swing at it with your shield. It ducks out of the way, and the 16 goes wide of the mark.
Yeah, I'm not physically strong. I'm an old character.
Yeah, I got you. All right, well, this definitely makes things a little more spicy. Going to the next round, you have a 4. With two failed death saves on yourself. Let's see. The doctor has got an 8. Okay, Briggs has got a 6, and Donkey. Let's see. Fumble has a 9. All right. This goblin over here has a 1, and then this goblin right here has a 7. What do we, this is the Warg Rider. He dead.
Arms underneath it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the body as cover.
Oh, here's a 3 for you, I guess. All right. Let's see. You hid too well. It was incredible. Okay. Then I guess we start the round. Let's see. Well, heroes are supposed to be dealt cards first, so you should have the 1. This guy should have the 7, and this guy should have the 3. There we go. All right. So, Otaram, you were first in the round.
Seeing my fellow senior citizen still putting up a fight, Otaram is going to be like, let's make sure these things don't get away. He'll take a couple of staggering steps forward, target the goblin, and do another fireball.
Okay.
Because I have a Bane on this now, correct?
Yes, because it's an intelligence-based roll that you're making.
Yeah. So roll 2 of these. Okay.
So how does it know to roll multiple dice? Out of curiosity.
Next to the dice roller, you can do like 2, 4, 6, and whatever.
I meant, is there a way to automate it on your sheet? I see that.
I'll figure out the whole automation thing at some other point. But I'm just doing it manually, just so I'm not.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So you a 4 and an 8, both of those are lower than the number you needed. So go for it.
All right, 2d6. 11.
Holy shit. Okay, was it the one next to him that you were attacking? Yeah.
Yes, the one.
All right.
To the south of 4.
He is definitely going to try and evade that. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I was also looking. Fireball, it is considered a ranged attack, so they can dodge or parry it.
Yeah. So that's what he's going to use evade for, is just to dodge it. Yeah. He's going to try anyways. Here we go. Nope. He is caught completely off guard, like a kid who is very bad at dodgeball. He overthinks everything, and he jumps right into the fireball, incinerating himself. All right. Play passes to. We didn't draw number 2. Number 3, who is dead. Number 4, you have to make a death roll on your turn. This will either kill you or not kill you.
Oh damn! Even when you, I thought I was just up, but I'm like pseudo up. Okay.
Yeah, you have 0 health. You're still dying. Yeah.
I didn't even process that information.
So you roll against your con, and the death roll cannot be pushed.
Oh, this is scary. All right.
Yeah, you're kind of like a Captain America. I can do this all day.
Oh, but you can't do it all day. All
I
right.
can't.
Describe the first death in our Dragonbane experience. What
I,
happens?
I look at the goblin that's running away, and I'm just like, "You ain't going." My heart gets out.
Oh my god. He just got so angry that you died. Okay.
Did you see my
Incredible.
weakness?
Oh, no, I did not see your weakness. What is your weakness? Thin-skinned. I never tolerated provocation.
I got the
Well, I
same
was,
one, buddy.
oh my god. Okay. You guys watch as old man yelling at clouds, he just falls over fucking dead. Whew. Holy shit. Okay. Well, that happens. Number 5. We didn't draw number 5. Number 6. Theodore Briggs.
My entire life savings is back here. I must fetch it. All right, we will dash. And I guess free action, grab the reins again.
Very nice. All right, so you run over and grab the reins. All right, and the donkey nuzzles you, makes nervous, hee-haws, but doesn't try to fight and run away. Sensing that the fight is nearly over. Whew. Okay. Is there a hotkey? Anyone that uses Foundry or sorry, Roll20 a lot to flip cards? Is there a hotkey for that?
Oh, you can right click, flip card.
Bro. It's the year 2024.
I don't believe so, since it's
Well, what's
system
the-
specific.
The hotkey, I mean, you have to hit the hotkey. You have to know what you're using, so you still have to select it anyways.
That's 2 clicks. It's 2 clicks to flip a card. It's 2 clicks. I want 1 click. I'm a baby.
But how does it know what cards you're gonna do?
I'm a baby princess. If I have the card select, oh, then it's 2 clicks. I see what you're saying. All right, whatever. Okay, so on 7, this guy was gonna shoot that scary old man, but then the scary old man fell down, so he's going to move and dash, and try to get the fuck out of here. And he will bring word back to the other Gerblins that there are new boys in town to watch out for. Afro Wizard, Angry Duck Doctor, their cowardly son, and the Black Arrow. That's what they're gonna call Fumble the Tree Walker.
Oh man! Oh, I hope he learns that, because he would totally change his nickname.
We did kill their leader, an angry old man with 1 eye.
But
All
their
right,
leader
so
was also dropped.
let's see. We're gonna recall all the cards, and we're gonna shuffle. Everybody's stabilized, so I guess if you guys are okay with letting that goblin escape, we do not have to go into another combat round. Are you good with that?
I don't think we can catch up.
Totally.
All right, fair enough.
Fumble does the most important thing and check on the rations of Old Man is dead.
That feels smart to me because honestly, if a goblin could turn around and just shoot me with 1 arrow and just I die, I don't think I would chase down a single goblin. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that I'm a coward, but like if I knew a goblin could just turn around and put an arrow directly through my fucking skull, I don't think I would chase down 1 goblin to make a point. I would be like, all right, peace, bro. All right, congrats. Dun 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 dun. 4 out of 5 of you finished an encounter. I'm happy.
Alright. How are these
That's-
rashes doing?
Orson will have to roll for the whether or not he gets an injury.
Wait, who? Because he went down? Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. It's not if you get an injury. I think you just get an injury.
He rolls against his con, and if he fails,
Okay. So yeah,
Right,
give
sorry.
me a roll from when you went down. We forgot to do the injuries for dropping. Oof. Okay. So
D20.
you could push this roll though if you didn't want to get a bad injury. This is the severe injuries table. If you've been reduced to 0 HP but survived, you risk severe injuries that can take a long time to heal and even have permanent effects. Make a roll against con. If you fail, check the table below. The healing time is halved if you rest and get medical care for at least a shift per day from a person who makes a healing roll. Skill levels that are reduced by permanent injuries can be relearned. Well, that's nice. So do you want to push your con to reroll, or are you just gonna take it? Did I get disconnected? Oh, no, okay. You're thinking.
No,
about it.
I'm
Sorry.
You should push it. You should push it.
Yeah, they're all bad.
Oh, that's great.
They're all real bad.
Then yeah.
Some of them are missing limbs, like straight up. Some of them are
Oh,
like missing limbs.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not unfamiliar with that. All right, I'll push it.
All right.
Same roll.
Wow. Wow. Okay,
Oof.
so now you have the Constitution debuff, which is
Sickly.
sickly. That makes sense. Your intestines were outside of your body for a little while. That makes sense. All right, now give me a fat D20, and for lulz, get a nat 20. But you know, we'll see. Okay. Hey, scarred face. You have a bane on all performance and persuasion rolls. But because the blood of heroes is a thing in this campaign setting, you can heal up from that horrible disfigurement in 2d6 days.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll roll it just.
Is am I asking for too much? Is there a calendar in Roll20? Is that something like a thing that they
No.
did they ever invent a calendar while I was
No,
gone?
they never
No?
did.
Okay. I have this thing called Google Docs, I guess. Go there. Alright. Cool. Alright. This is cool. I didn't actually think we'd make it this far. This is great. Alright, so AJ, with the death of Thorpe, do you have another character that you would like to activate? Or do you want to wait to activate the character until the next scene?
Do you have a preference? I don't care.
No, whatever works for you. If you don't mind, like, just, hanging out for a little bit until the next scene, we could do that. If you're, like, eager to get back into the action and the role play, we could say that you happen down to be right behind them as they were traveling in. Maybe you've been looking for the hidden entrance to the Misty Vale and have been following them in secret.
I'll tell you what I've been looking for. My grandfather. But I'll come
Your
in on the next.
grandfather Thorpe? Oh my god, that's the most
Yeah.
first, second edition shit
Yeah.
ever. All right.
I'll come in on the next scene. I'll make some coffee real quick.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So I see that Fumble has moved up on this dead companion. What's the play here?
Oh, he was looting all the rashes as the gluttonous halfling that he is. He actually doesn't care about anything else, although he might
Oh, okay.
pocket any found
All right.
silver, of course.
Let me look on his sheet. The rest of you would probably notice this unless you're trying to be subtle about it.
Oh no, there's no subtlety. He literally
right.
said, "I gotta save the rashes." He
Okay.
yelled it out when he did it.
All right. He has 2 food rations on him, which you can add to your sheet. He has 1 torch, a flint and tinder, and a special memento, a griffin feather, perhaps given to him by his granddaughter. I don't know. I don't know where he got it from, but equipment-wise, he has chainmail that has been damaged during the fight. Would need to be repaired. A small shield, and over here, stuck in the dirt, is his broadsword. I think that's how it's pronounced. Broadsword. Broadsword. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I like
Fumble doesn't
I
care
like
about
saying it.
any of it.
Okay,
He
fair
just
enough.
wanted the rations. He's gonna go over and eat one in the corner while he tries to get a
Oh!
ration.
You do find 6 silver. I don't know. This guy seems like the kind of dude that would keep his last 6 silver in his boot. So I'm gonna say that you wouldn't notice the 6 silver. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. If he made it to be this old as a fighter and an adventurer, then I feel like he would probably know to keep your last bit of money in your boot.
Yeah, he wasn't like
yeah.
hard looting like a murder hobo. It was just he wanted those rashes if he
Oh.
saw the silver.
Okay. You tastelessly, you uncouth, hungry hippo. You go over and you take this dead man's rations, and then do you eat one and put the other one away for later,
Yep,
or?
that's 100%.
Unbelievable. All right. So
Listen, we get experience if we
I was
if
gonna say
we.
this is I was about to say this is a great illustration of them mechanically and synthesizing roleplay. So if you embrace your flaw during a session, that gives you an extra chance to level up at the end of the session. So lean in, guys, to those flaws. Those flaws. All right. While this is happening, what are the rest of you doing?
See if there's any type of silver or anything on these bandits that tried to take us, and then we can, load up all the goods on donkey.
Let me check. All right, so none of the goblins have any money on them. They're very gross leather, made, poorly made, possibly from humanoid flesh, was burned or damaged during the fight. They do, however, have their whittle bows, and their little swords, that you could loot if you had the means to carry them. And then the warg rider had his scimitar on him. And I would say that if someone did a bushcraft, you could take the warg's hide, which might have some value. But only one bushcraft can be attempted, for the hide will be ruined by a failure.
Let's take the scimitar, and we'll take I don't know, the bows. Some of us might need bows.
Okay. So who is carrying all this donkey?
Donkey, yes.
All
Donkey
right,
can
all right.
carry 10 weight.
Oh, nice. All right. How much weight is donkey currently carrying?
He's got 6 rations at the moment, so that's 1.5 weight.
Okay, sweet. All right. Let me see. I'll open up donkey sheet. All right. And inventory. Oh, it's just an adorable little section off here to the right. Okay, that's cool. I just tried to use quick insert. That's funny.
I keep doing it too.
All right. Hold on. So we're gonna add the scimitar. Where do they keep that stuff? Let's see. I wanted to spend a lot more time in Roll20 relearning it before we sat down to play than I did. Oh, nice. I think I froze my Roll20. Oh yeah. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Do they have the weapons in here? Maybe not.
Throws it under gear. At least in the book.
Oh, here they are. Okay, it's the books. The books is where they're stored. Nice. Okay. Scimitar. I should be able to drag this into Donkey's backpack. Nope. Killing me, Donkey. Alright. Let's see. What's this button do? Ah, new item. Now I can drag the scimitar over for sure. Nope. Alright, well anyways, I'll just write scimitar and we'll know it's there. Alright, so we got scimitar, and then you're gonna take all their short swords and all their bows?
No, just the bows.
Okay. So short bows. Somebody play Baldur's Gate 1. You know where the money's at. Mm-hmm.
They have any arrows in chance? I mean,
yes. Each Gerblin has 1d10 arrows left, so roll 4d10. And then 2 of them died horribly to fire, so I'm going to say there's only 3 quivers left. And what do we get for them arrows? 16 arrows. Hell yeah. Alright. Sweet. The Does anybody trying the bushcraft to skin the warg, or are you gonna just leave it?
I'll let Otarum roll, since I'll probably be helping healing people.
Okay.
No, sorry, I'm looking at the automation thing. So I was able to put it to my elementalism skill. So that seems to be
Mhm.
working. The damage is going to be rolled in the description itself.
Okay.
I wish I could make the highlight to make it look a little bit better, but okay, so bushcraft. Okay. Got exactly a 14.
Okay. So let's see. Bushcraft is what kind of skill? Intelligence.
Oh shit. I think I have a bane on that.
I wonder why it didn't auto apply the bane for you. I'm checking to see maybe bushcraft isn't intelligence based, but it sure seems like it.
Oh wait,
is.
no, I have the bane on con and on will.
Oh, you decided to do it on will?
Yeah, because well,
Okay, I thought you did on intelligence because you rolled bane on your one attack roll. But whatever you have checked on your sheet, whatever you have checked on your sheet, you said because you said you were scared. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then yeah, you are able to collect the warg's hide. It is quite heavy. Who do you want Donkey to carry that as well?
How heavy?
All right.
How heavy's heavy?
Let's see.
2, 3.
Yeah, it'd be 2 bulk.
2 bulk. Okay. Yeah, we should be okay.
Okay. All right. We'll add warg hide. All right.
I'm assuming the short bows are 1 bulk.
I believe so. Yes. Let's see.
All right, so we're at like 6.5 bulk out of 10 on donkey.
I wonder why they don't include that in the description of the weapon. They got weight for like bagpipes, but they don't.
It's an encumbrance. You get up to 3 weapons at hand, which don't count against you, but after that, they count as 1.
Each weapon counts as 1 if you're not the 3 that you're using. Got it. And
Correct.
Donkey's not using any. Okay.
I'll take a bow, please.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put
sure.
5 bow now on Donkey, and you could just add a short bow to your sheet.
And with quivers, you actually don't track arrows, you count quivers.
Oh, fair. Okay, then you found 3 quivers, because I would say 2 of them just got incinerated by the fire damage that killed them.
Yeah, and if you get a demon, your quiver is god or something if you're using missile weapons or something, I think. Or it's one of the options that you could get, something like that.
Oh, God. All right.
Yeah, so Fumble would love
okay.
to have a second quiver at hand.
All right.
Okay,
so
I'll remove
3 quivers, 5 short
Alright.
bows, and a hide.
Okay. So we'll do 2 quivers now because one's going to be passed over to Fumble.
Wonderful. Save
All
some
right.
weight here. 7, 8, 9. We'll have to leave a short bow behind. Drop us a 4.
Okay. Unless people just wear the short bows as one of their 3 to hand items, right?
Yeah.
Because then
True.
that doesn't count against their weight.
Fumble will carry a second short bow for the sake of it.
All right. Are you tracking Donkey's gear?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I got it on a little sheet of
All right.
paper in front of me.
Oh, nice. We're going real old school. Beautiful. All right. Then that is that for the encounter. We'll assume it took about an hour to loot the dead and skin the warg. You notice under the mangy fur, which is nice and thick and oily, which is actually, despite being somewhat mangy, useful in its own ways. The flesh has just sort of a sickly kind of purplish greenish hue to it. You're not sure if eating a warg is the best idea. It is said that wargs, goblins, and creatures of their ilk are tainted by a corruption. And that same corruption is what drives them to acts of depraved evil.
All things.
So, this is also an opportunity for you guys to practice using the resting mechanic.
It's going to need to be a stretch rest.
Stretch rest, that's the long rest, right?
Shift rest. Shift rest is the long one.
Okay, yeah, so stretch rest is the short rest. Yep. Okay. Let's see.
Everyone will roll a d6. I'm not tending to anyone because if I do, I can't heal.
Nice.
And you also get d6 willpower back if you spend any.
This is the weirdest elven racial ability I've ever seen. They're better at resting than everyone else.
I like it actually.
Yeah, I was like, I've seen
neat.
so many elves in 30 years, and I've never seen an elf that's like, we're just good at resting. We just know how to chill. You know what I'm saying? Just know how to take it easy. All right, so no one's over encumbered, which is good. Because you have to make a strength roll whenever you want to move in a round of combat or walk for a shift of travel. That's incredible. All right. So, where's the resting section in combat and damage?
It's right above the hit points and willpower, and it says rest, round stretch, and shift, and just click on the stretch button.
Oh,
Or
I meant
stretch
in
word.
the rules. I'm trying to
Oh,
figure
page
out.
52.
52.
Page 52. There it is. Healing and resting. Lost HP and willpower are recovered by resting. There are 3 kinds of rest. Round rest, which is pretty cool. It's like a second wind, essentially. Stretch rest and shift rest. While resting, you cannot perform any actions that require die rolls or willpower. A round rest happens in initiative. It's a quick rest that lasts just a single round. During a round rest, you recover 1d6 willpower, no hit points. You can only have a round rest once per shift. And then there's stretch rest, which is a short rest that lasts for one stretch of time. During the stretch rest, you heal d6 hit points or 2d6 if someone is tending to you, which we've established no one is going to attend to anyone. They have to make a healing roll. The caregiver cannot rest during that time if they are providing healing. During a stretch rest, you also recover a d6 willpower points and heal a condition of your choice. Keep in mind that the trinket that you started the game with, I believe you can think about it, which is like a little quick roleplay scene, and then you can recover from a second condition if you are dealing with one, and that's usable once per shift, I want to say. You can only have a single stretch rest per shift, which a shift is like the long rest of the day. A shift rest lasts one full shift of time, which is to say, I think it's 6 hours is how long a shift is. And can only take place in a safe location where there are no enemies nearby. During a shift rest, you recover all your lost HP and willpower and heal all conditions. If a shift rest is interrupted by combat or hard work, it has no effect. Spells can allow you to heal HP more quickly than usual. So how I'm going to handle shift rest outside of a sanctuary is I would roll for encounter, and if there was an encounter, you would just not be able to gain the benefits of a shift rest. So it's very unreliable whether or not you can kind of get off one. That's how dangerous this area is outside of sanctuaries. But there are places that you're gonna have to go where you're gonna have to travel for a while. So you're gonna have to hope that you find good places to sleep at night, safe havens to kind of squirrel up in, because yeah, any sort of interruption of that rest could be bad. And then of course magic allows you to heal if you have it. So it says it's a stretch rest is a portion of time, and I think it's anywhere between 10 minutes to an hour. So yeah, we'll assume that after you do the looting and whatnot, or maybe before, you guys kind of catch your breath. It is during this time that the person who has been doggedly pursuing their grandfather might make an appearance? Question mark.
Sure.
Okay. So what is your intro sequence here?
So, at the top of the cliffs where the war rider was,
Okay.
a lady that was kind of tracking the wild is just staring down at the group. You've never seen her before, but she hails you nonetheless. Very brave. She yells, "You've seen an old man with one eye," and she points to her missing eye.
Fumble just points.
Yeah, you look down and there is the family resemblance is uncanny. They're missing this same eye, y'all.
Or one-eyed family.
Yeah,
It's
bored
hereditary.
like that. It's not a war thing. We're just bored like that.
Yeah, it's just
Genetic.
just a family of cyclops. Just very small cyclops.
She would make her way down the mountain carefully. At first, she assumes he's asleep because the man can sleep anywhere. But you would see like the young freebooter. She seems like fierce and determined. Obviously on a quest to find her grandfather, but that's about to chain into a quest to get revenge. She has a really strong scent of the sea, like the ocean and stuff. You imagine that she's either some type of pirate or a more legal term, procurer of goods that are legally obtained. Yes, when she gets down to the bottom, she checks on him and then she just kind of looks at the group. The doctor said he shouldn't fight anymore. Hopefully he at least helped a little.
Helped a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you look around. Let's see. I'm gonna go into your token and turn on nameplate. It is on. Why can't I see it? So Catalina, you look around and you just see that there's just dead goblins everywhere. Like there was definitely a pitched battle here.
I just nod and
Oh,
I
and
go
since
under-
no one's picked it up yet, you do see stabbed into the dirt and stones of the ravine wall is your grandfather's broadsword.
I chuck it out like it's a sword from Arthur and the Rock and stuff.
Oh, beautiful.
When I pick it up, I can just feel his essence. And then I look to the group. I'm gonna need to wash this thing. It stinks.
His essence. Fair.
I will bury him. I don't know how long that'll take, but since I don't need a rest, I don't know if that's appropriate or not.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to take some more, you guys want to take some more time to?
Yeah, we can put some rocks on them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Can somebody give me a bushcraft for building a cairn for this old man? The quality of the cairn will determine later if predators and scavengers come and eat his body.
He comes
No
back
pre-
and look dead.
No pressure. Whew. All right, Otaram. You direct everyone's efforts, and a beautiful and sturdy cairn is made for it. An ominous warning to those who would enter the Misty Vale. Ooh, I like that. That was good. All right. Do you carve an epitaph on there?
Yeah. And then I take his eye patch and I put it over my own. So now I've got two.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Well, what now, y'all?
What we could do
You
is
received
continue
you received a mysterious package that kind of kicked all this off. I believe Dr. Quilliam Ponderson is in possession of that package.
You're right. We didn't get a chance to look at that.
Well, come gather around, all.
Or was Otaram? Who's the one that got all up on him? I think it was Dr. Quilliam, right?
Yeah, I got it somewhere.
All right.
He will.
It's a
Do you-
couple,
can-
two things for that rest. It says I can get rid of one of the conditions, right? So I can
Yes, but if you want, you can focus on your memento and get rid of a second one.
Okay.
Yep.
My memento is a bone whistle. Can I
Okay.
play a little song to play off our elderly man
Aw.
for his funeral?
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
All right, I will do that and get rid of both those conditions.
Okay.
Cool. All right, sorry to interrupt.
Oh,
I
no,
love
that's
it.
cool.
Everybody's doing all those things for the old man, and Fumble's just eating his food.
Yeah, it's memento. In addition to your other equipment, you can have a memento, an item of great sentimental value that you always carry with you. Choose something suitable or roll on the table below. A memento is always a tiny item with no practical use, but once per gaming session. Oh, gaming session! That's a measurement of time. I love that shit. But once per gaming session, you can use your memento to recover an additional condition during a stretch rest. Okay. If you lose your memento, you may choose a new item that you have found in the adventure at the end of the gaming session. That's cute. All right. All right.
So, someone's playing music for the old man?
Yeah, old
Yeah.
Tom's playing music for the old man.
I actually wrote a 5-sentence shanty for him.
Oh
while you
wow.
do it. So
Do you want to perform it?
I don't mind if I can, that'd be cool.
Yeah, go for it. Sure.
As you're kind of stringing the song along and doing whatever you're doing, you see her kind of pull out this medallion, this silver medallion that is her memento that he gave her when she was a lot younger. And she says, "In the misty vales where the shadows play, an old man roams at the end of his day, with scars of battle etched on his skin. He sings to the wind a toothy grin, and upon the rocks he goes away, old and gone at the end of the day."
Beautiful.
Doctor sheds a tear.
An angry tear. Oh no, you're not angry anymore. Okay.
Not anymore. I rested that off.
Farm.
All
sheds
right.
a tear.
Beautiful. Okay. The end of combats. This fight is supposed to be an introduction to the combat rules of Dragonbane. Should things go badly for the characters, ... You're fine. All right. So the all right, the player characters have the bundle. All right, you open the bundle, Doctor? Or do you leave it closed and just deliver it to the person that they mentioned with their death cry?
I don't even remember who it was. Is that person in this group?
In the
No,
hold on,
no,
in my
yeah.
notes, he thrust
Okay.
the bundle at us. Leonara will understand. Master Weatherman has a task or something. There we go.
Yeah, Leonara, which is like the rule 64. What is the one where it's a girl version of the Ninja Turtle? That's who you gotta take it to. So Leonara.
I think the curiosity would get the better of him.
Oh my God, you're gonna commit a federal crime.
Absolutely.
First session? Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Good thing
No
we're
one's
out.
watching.
Good thing we're out in the wild west of the Misty Vale, and there's no laws anymore. All right, let's see. That's not true. There are laws, but not right now.
The Wild West is the most like ruled state ever in the U.S. history.
Yeah. It did a lot of good. A lot of good. Okay, there are two things. One, a map of the Misty Vale, which you can see on your dashboard. And so that's why I put the map there, because you get it right away. All right, let's see. It shows the Misty Vale and is included in this box. Hand it to the players. Note that the four... Oh, okay. Let's see. The bundle turns out to contain two remarkable objects: a map and a piece of a black statuette.
He hands the map to Fumble, and he
The-
looks at the statuette.
Yeah, the statuette is a pedestal, lower legs, and the bottom part of a sword, likely from a basalt statuette of a humanoid warrior.
Would he be able to identify what this is a representation of or who?
Let's see. Just off of the feet and stuff, unlikely. But, if you've got a skill that you think would be appropriate, you could try to learn, a little bit more about it.
Let's do the ever. Oh, Hey, Crash.
What? What's up?
I use intuition.
Ooh, okay. When faced with a difficult decision, you can activate this ability and ask a question directly to the DM and receive helpful information. The answer represents your general knowledge and should only aid your decision making, not reveal everything there is to know.
We did
All
hear
right.
the term Dragon Emperor, I think. Something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So based on those context clues, and clues that you could see on the map. Hold on, I gotta bring you guys back to the map. I thought that everybody would just go with me. Hold on. I right-clicked it and everything. All right. So you see, this is your piece. Come on. There we go. Over here. This is your piece. And then you look at the other corners of the map, and you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely the Dragon Emperor. Because there's 3 other pieces of the statue.
And we
He
got
said
the
that,
feet.
4 pieces.
Yeah. So your intuition tells you that this is really important. No, you're not off duty. Stop. I love this track, but there's so much like banter in it. Hold on. Go with this. All right. So, yeah, as you examine the map while holding the thing and kind of digging deep into your intuition, you understand that the completion of the statue is a very, very important thing, and likely will result in some great amount of power. Which means, and get ready to have your mind blown, that the quest giver who sent you here to investigate the progress of Weatherman, right? He might be interested in more than just historical artifacts for history's sake. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah.
Well, we need all 4 pieces.
Yeah.
So we can sell it.
Yeah, so Drygel Weatherman is hired by Azrael Koth to investigate historical artifacts in this region for historical purposes. You guys were sent to check in on Drygel Weatherman because he has not contacted anyone outside of the Misty Vale in some time. And the first thing you encounter on your way to the Misty Vale is a guy that looks like he was trying to flee the Misty Vale, and he had this on him.
Did you say Azrael Koth, like the most coded sorcerer name ever?
Yeah, Azrael Koth. Yep, that's the guy's name.
Okay.
Sounds like an
I
upstanding
trust
fellow.
this man with my
Yeah.
every part of my being.
Yeah,
He has a
he's
bad cough.
He's a cool guy. Actually, you can go ahead and let's see. Ooh, yeah, this is good. There's a history skill, I believe.
It's myths and legends.
Yeah, give me a myths and legends check.
Okay, I don't know if anybody even has this skill besides me.
All right, so one of the things that just suddenly clicks for you is that a thousand years ago, there was a vile demon named Sathmog, and his number one priest, some say his prophet, was also named Azrael Koth.
Sheer coincidence, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But you remember meeting with this this guy to get this mission to go check in on this, on Weatherman, and he seemed like a totally normal, like noble fella.
All right, well, this information is told to everyone.
Oh wow, I love it. I love it. Okay.
Dr. Quillam is one of those guys that's just gonna, like, he dictates out loud when he just thinks out loud.
Oh,
And
what
so
he's thinking. I love it. Love it.
everything is going to get communicated to the party, whether they like it or not.
Always goes well.
There.
Can't do anything about it until we get to outskirt. So, we should be on our way.
Yeah, we should be on our way.
Ooh, try not to let us get ambushed again.
What? What are you talking about? I definitely caught it. I don't know why you guys didn't.
Well, next time, say something before it happens.
A little preoccupied with the man who was dying in the middle of the road.
Let's see. Oh, I had kicked out of Roll20. That's spicy. Okay.
Does Catalina go by Catalina or Stormsinger?
Yeah, this was your guys' quest giver who happens to share a name with a 1,000-year-old priest prophet of a demon.
Played by Vincent Price.
I put it into Discord for you.
I mean,
Now,
when
the may or
naming
may-
kids, you want to name them after prophets and devils.
Yeah, well, you know, like, I'm not trying to put it out there, but, like, all right, so in America, right, you meet somebody named Jesus, and you're like, okay, yeah, I mean, your parents named you Jesus, but, you know, culturally, you know, I get it, right? But if you meet, like, a white guy named Jesus, right, pronounced Jesus, you're like, oof, what's going on there? I guess it would kind of have that vibe, but only to, like, people who know vague ancient history. And it may have, Doctor, kind of tickled your brain at first, like, what a weird name. Why would anyone have a name like that? And then now you're kind of like, yeah. All right. So let us continue our journey, I guess. You have heard the names Weatherman and Leonara. Okay, and you've heard the secret of the Dragon Emperor. Nice. And what do you guys do with the messenger's body? Do you bury that also, or do you just leave it on the road? Like, when you're building cairns, do you only build a cairn for your teammates, or
May
what's
as
the
well
play there?
go through that. I mean, we're already doing it one. May as well do the effort for the other.
What?
Okay.
No, that's a lot of bricks.
This whole area is rocks.
Yes, and the rocks are heavy.
But I will say this: goblins might not say it, but merchants sure do. Time's money, Briggs. You guys have already spent a lot of time, like, singing songs and building cairns. I mean, you know, it's gonna be night soon. You guys spend the extra hour to build a second cairn to bury the messenger?
No, I tried to convince the party that we shouldn't.
Oh wait, we weren't just throwing them both in the same one.
Oh my god! Well, I guess I'll ask. Catalina, would it have been okay if they did a mass grave with this other guy in there?
Yeah, she wouldn't mind.
Okay, very practical. All right. In that case, anybody who is trained in awareness or detect hidden, can you
hidden.
give me spot hidden? Yeah, can you give me a roll, one or the other?
Both are the same thing.
Okay, you're too distracted by the tears from the. Oh, okay.
No.
All right. Oh, Tarum, you notice that the messenger has a brand on his left forearm. When you point it out, do you point it out, or do you just gonna say, "Oh, that's neat"? I guess I should ask. Yeah.
He looks at it, does a double take before they toss the body actually in. Like, whoa, what's that?
Okay. Dr. Quillum, it's just your day. You came here looking for mysteries and secrets. The brand on this man's left forearm, you guessed it, it's the symbol of Sathmog.
What a coincidence.
Sometimes simple is best, guys. I'm just saying. It's like eating a cheese pizza. You know, sometimes a cheese pizza's not bad. All right. So with all that out of the way, you can continue your journey. Your goal is to try and reach Outskirt, though it is still a ways to get there. So we will have to do a little bit of traveling. All right. So let's see. All right. I will need a bushcraft, which you guys are going to learn really quick. Bushcraft is leaned on pretty hard in the system. I will need a bushcraft as you continue your journey.
Everyone just skip it.
All right, Otarum, you crush it. You keep everyone on the path, and as you wind your way into the valley, let's see. You're coming in here from Drakmar Pass. All right. You look out over the valley, and it opens up before you in a very cool panoramic kind of moment as you like turn out of the ravine and just like the whole valley like lays before you. A heavy mist hangs over everything, clinging to the mountainsides and the tree tree canopies. But you see there, just a few hours more, is the town of Outskirt. And I will assume that you get there probably after dark. You would arrive in Outskirt. Okay.
Just a little bit more, and we'll be there.
Right.
I wish I could.
Oh
wish
wait,
these
I'm supposed to.
bones.
I'm supposed to ask you. Do you want to go to Outskirt? Because this is a TTRPG. You could go anywhere. Would you like to go to the Haunted Marshes instead?
We'd like to go to the safe place.
Oh, okay.
You see those mountains over there? You can climb those. Yeah, I get.
Yeah.
I understand. No, we go
You
this
guys
now.
can do anything you want. You want to go to this mysterious church next to a hell chasm? I mean, why not? Like, nope, you're gonna head to the town. All right, cool. I thought maybe this Oblivion music might get you, kind of excited and spicy to just be like, fuck the town, we're gonna make our own adventures. Cool. So let's see, it takes roughly a day's march. Oh no. They will likely end up in Outskirt. Okay, so I lied to you. It's not a couple of hours. It's a whole day. So a couple hours of travel, and you guys would camp for the night. With the bushcraft roll that you made, you do find some old ruins that will provide shelter and also at least two directions that you don't have to worry about people attacking you from. As you guys settle in for the night, I guess the question is, who is willing to be on watch while the others try to gain some rest?
Is anybody totally healthy?
Catalina, of course, but she's also horrible at watching.
How's Fumble?
Is she young? Is she kind of low on skills?
Well, me and Donkey could keep a lookout. I mean, we have two pair of eyes. It's better than one.
Yeah, Bumble's at like half health.
I'm missing just
Okay.
one. I mean, if trouble happens, I can just make fire. Hope that wakes people up. I don't know.
Let's have it be a toss-up between you two, you and Catalina, then.
We roll off, I guess.
All right. So, there's actually camping rules. The player characters need to sleep at least one shift per day to avoid sleep deprivation, which is a status effect. Out in the wilderness, each player must make a bushcraft roll to contribute towards the quality of the camp. And anyone without a sleeping fur is going to have a bane on this roll. So I hope you guys all have sleeping furs. I will count the warg hide as a sleeping fur, so one person can benefit from the warg hide. Anybody? Anybody?
I guess to resolve who's on watch, I rolled a nat 20,
Okay.
which is a demon, so I'm assuming that's unlucky. I'm the
That's
unlucky
pretty.
one.
That's
Okay.
pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Alright, so I guess
All
what,
right.
Ro? We're shooting for Roas.
Okay. So does that mean, Darby? Does that mean your character's gonna be the one that has watch duty?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Bergen's with Donkey.
All right. Since random encounters can occur at any time, it may be wise for player characters to sleep during different shifts, so there's always someone awake to keep watch. All right. Wonderful. Okay. So I do need all 5 of you to give me bushcraft rolls. If you, here's the modifiers. If you don't have a sleeping fur, you have a bane to this roll. If the group owns a tent grants a boon, and a successful roll allows multiple people to sleep in a tent without having to make a bushcraft roll. A small tent can accommodate 2 people, and a large one has room for 6. If the person setting up the tent fails, other player characters can roll separately, but the tent is a mess for that particular watch. Okay. All right. So does anybody own a tent?
Mm-mm.
Nobody? Okay. So real truth. Does anybody have their own sleeping fur?
Yes.
Fumble
Yes.
does.
Okay.
Nope.
So go. If you don't have one and you're not going to use the war guide, does anybody want to use the war guide, freshly skinned off of a warg, still stinking of the oily corruption of the greenskins and their evil, stained with the blood of battle, and also the blood of its flesh because it hasn't been cured yet? Does anybody want to use that as a sleeping roll?
I don't have a sleeping fur, so I'll take it. But who else
Okay.
doesn't have one? No one else? Alright, I sleep on the bloody rug.
All right. So if you fail, this is how nuts this is. If you fail your bushcraft roll, you do not gain the benefits of sleeping.
God damn.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right, Otarum, snug as a bug in your warg skin sleeping fur. You get a nice night's rest.
It's like a tauntaun.
Theodore, burdened with the duties of keeping everyone safe at night, you are unable to get any restful sleep.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Dr. Quillem Ponderson, you have studied travel outdoors, and now you get to finally put those skills to work. You get a nice night's rest. Fumble, I'm a halfling of the wild, no problem. You get a nice night's rest. All right, and then Catalina, what do you got for us?
Okay, I didn't roll and I didn't want to interrupt you, but this might be a pattern for us. I've got adaptive and
Okay.
I've got a 4 bushcraft.
Okay.
Since I have a really good hunting and fishing, can I use the hunting to find my own cloak or fur or whatever? Like
I would say no, because then you're basically using it to gain an item you didn't have before. You could just do something different to show that you found another way to sleep or another way to be comfortable during the night. So what other skills do you have a chance of passing? And then maybe we could bullshit one of those skills. You know what I mean?
I mean, they're not as good, but I have seamanship at an 8, so still poor.
Okay, seamanship. What else you got?
Let's see here. Skills. I'm going to bluff the weather. No,
All right, what about acrobatics to like climb up like a tree or something, or on a higher ledge in the ruins so that you feel a bit more safe while you're sleeping or something? That might be good.
Okay, yeah, it's the same as my hunting, so.
Yeah, okay. So go ahead and give me an acrobatics check instead. Oof. All right. So you do find a higher ground. You think that it's going to make you feel a bit safer, but in the night there are all manner of terrifying sounds that echo through the dark night. And you, a mariner, are a bit more comfortable with the ground moving beneath you, and here, so far from the sea, on solid ground, having just buried your grandfather, your thoughts are heavy, and you are unable to gain any meaningful sleep that night. Okay. During the night, I will roll to see if there's a random encounter. Then I could use my cool custom maps I made.
Do we have
A lot.
place?
Oh,
I was
what?
gonna ask,
What?
do we have a place where we're tracking any possible fanspirations like we got last night?
No, but you guys do have 2 of them. Let's see. I don't have a fanspo bot or anything on the server. Let's see. What do I still have? I have these D20s. Here you go. Blanc.
That works.
Blanc. There you go. So you have 2 of them right now. Listen, it's been a while since I used Roll20. I wanted to come back and see what was happening. I wanted to see how things have changed. You know,
We make do and we overcome.
I'm at my ex's wedding right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
we're doing great. We got dice. We're rolling them.
I dragged you guys to my ex's wedding with me. It's all good. It's all good. Are you asking because you want to use those? Because how I'm going to handle them is use them before a roll to grant yourself a boon on the roll. Is how we're going to use fanspos for Dragonbane. So they're not like crazy good, but they could definitely help. And remember, in this system, banes and boons stack. So if you are dealing with a ton of Bane, you could use this just to normalize your rolls, but you can also use it to increase your rolls. And because they stack, you could go nuts, I guess, and just blow all of the fanspo on a single roll to give it a ton of boons, which would be super hype, honestly.
Fair. I was just
Yeah.
accounting. Just want to make sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I remember them coming in on Friday. So, all right. Don't worry, sleep deprivation isn't so bad. Let's see. I don't know for sure what it does. Let me check. It probably involves having banes to everything. Boons and banes, core skills, heroic abilities, combat damage, healing, resting, other hazards, disease, sleep deprivation. You need at least 1 shift of uninterrupted sleep every day. You cannot sleep in armor. Well, that's good to know. After 3 shifts without sleep, you can no longer heal willpower or conditions. You heal HP as usual, so that's good. You also lose D6 willpower each shift that you remain awake moving forward. If you reach 0 willpower while suffering from sleep deprivation, you collapse and sleep for at least 1 shift and cannot be woken. Once you have slept for at least 1 shift, you can heal willpower points and conditions normally again. Alright, so, Catalina and Briggs, you guys would quote-unquote wake along with everyone else early in the morning. It's going to be a day of travel to reach, for the adventure, to reach the town. Which is good, because now I have a general sense of, how far it is to travel in the world. It looks like, if I'm eyeballing it, coming down from the pass and going through the hills and stuff, it's about 20 kilometers. Anyone know what that means? Hold on. 2 miles. I know meters to feet. So it's only about 12 miles. How slow do they think you guys are?
Mountain passes, rough terrain.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. And again, I mean, it's an old school map, so it could be all approximations. So you guys are going to be traveling all day to get to town. I would say that it's probably going to be two shifts of travel. So during that time, you guys would each lose D6 willpower. You could ask everyone to, stop and let you guys rest, or you could just push through it. Depending on how you view your character. Like, what do you think they would do?
Well, they just push through.
Okay, just
Keep
push
going.
through. All right. So, all right, the first leg of your journey, go ahead and give me a D6 each of you, and then reduce your willpower by that amount. I think both of you have a decent enough willpower. You should be okay. All right. And then during the second leg of your journey, give me another one. And then at that point, you would be reaching the town. All right, beautiful. So definitely worn thin by your lack of sleep and your ordeal getting here. You guys do successfully make it to the town. All right, well done, guys. So here we go. The wagon tracks give way to a paved road that cuts through the high grain fields. That's good to see. Countless smells invade your senses: manure, smoke, and rotting vegetables, but also freshly baked bread and grilled meat. The road leads to a settlement surrounded by a palisade with lots of small houses with smoking chimneys visible beyond its sharpened logs. The village gate is closed and flanked by two low but sturdy towers of stone with crenellations and pointed wooden roofs. Drawing closer, you hear the stern voice of a man barking at you from one of the towers. "Halt, strangers! State your names and business, or turn back to the dark forest, for this is a place of peace and decency."
I'm Fumble, and I'm here to rest.
Theodore Briggs, here to sell wares.
Okay. I sent into Discord the man that is shouting down at you. Alright. He turns his bright green eyes from each speaker to the next. He wants to hear from fucking everybody. He's a very curious guy.
Dr. Quillem Ponderson at your service.
Catalina Maria, Storm Singer.
Oh, Tarm. Pleasure.
Alright.
Pleasure's not my last name.
He looks confused at you and he says, "You've come here for pleasure? I mean, we have a brothel, but I didn't think its reputation was so good that it reached the outside world yet."
Long journey, may consider it.
Alright. He looks at all of you, and he nods, and he motions for them to open the gates for you. Alright. You hear people grunting on the other side. They're just pulling on, like, ropes to kind of, like, pull this thing open. And it does fill you with a bit of peace to see that the palisade's pretty sturdy. Alright. The gate creaks open, and he comes down from the tower to greet you. He offers up a son of a bitch handshake to anybody that wants to take it.
Done.
Yeah.
This is a tall man that, despite his ancient years of being over 40, whoever wrote this adventure, kill yourself. No, I'm just sorry. They describe him as super old, and they're like, he's in his 40s. It's like, thanks for that. So anyways, yeah, he offers a son of a bitch handshake to anybody that wants to take it. Who takes a son of a bitch handshake?
Fumble leaps up into the arm.
Oh, okay. You leap up and you grab his hand. You realize this is a strong man despite his advanced years.
Fumble's a 14 strength. He's not weak.
Yeah. And this guy says, "Oi, the name's Hardy, and well, I'm part of the garrison that protects this place. The lone beacon of light in this otherwise dark place. You've come at an interesting time. Outskirts serves as a base of operation for those who explore these mysterious lands and seek their fortune for one reason or another. Some have lost their courage quite quickly and taken up other trades. And he motions out to the fields and the animal husbandry, and the down the way you see like a tavern and stuff like that. And he says, I wonder how long you'll last.
Not foreboding at all. Geesh.
Yeah, right.
That sounds like a challenge, Sonny.
Hardy, where's the local merchants guild here? You must have a merchant guild.
Yes. And you hear someone from the palisade shout down, Captain, it's time to change the guard. And Hardy says, I think you can handle it. I'm going to take a walk with these newcomers. Give them the lay of the land. All right, so now you know that he's Captain Hardy. But he didn't introduce himself as Captain Hardy. That's interesting. So you walk through the palisade, and I believe you guys are entering from the south gate. You're entering from the south gate. So let's head on over to here. So this is where you guys would have shown up. It's over here. And then he points out things to you. So this is the village square. There's an inn, a smithy, and the shops. They all face an open space. We can see this grand statue rising from the earth. It's a warrior from a bygone era. And immediately, Doctor, you're like, I recognize those feet. And you think it's, maybe the same. If you want to confirm it 100%,
He says it out loud for everybody.
You could roll up Myths and Legends if you want to confirm it 100%, but you're pretty confident. Oh yeah, it's definitely the same thing. This is just a miniature version of that statue. Son of a bitch. The statue is all the way over here. So this dude took you on a winding road over to here. Because you asked about the merchant stuff. So he shows you that this is the town square where like shops and stalls are set up and all of that. Let's see. Then somebody give me a D20 roll. Oh shoot. Okay, so that's a random town encounter. All right. Let's see. Wow, random town encounter. They got everything. Random events. Okay. All right, go ahead and give me a D6. 4. All right. You guys hear agitated shouts from one of the nearby shops, and 4 men wearing bandit masks come running out of the shop with sacks tossed over their shoulders. They stop only briefly, realizing that this is the worst timing in the world because the captain of the guard is right there with a bunch of adventurers, question mark. The captain looks to all of you to see what you do. Take your measure.
The Fumble rolls over to try to trip them. Like, just drops into a ball.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog? Like
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm digging that. Okay, so you start to do that, and then, what do you do, Doctor?
Oh man, I was going to wait for somebody that's tougher than him to do something. Well, if Fumbles is going to jump into action, the Doctor will get his staff out and prepare to confront these brigands.
Oh, dang. Okay. Catalina, you see this Dr. Quillum Ponderson is ready to throw down. Staff is out. Fumble, the tree walker, known as the Black Arrow by the goblins of the south, has Sonic the Hedgehog rolled towards them. What do you do?
Kind of twirl my broadsword and I tell them, drop the bags or get put in them.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, Otarum, the Cheer Spark. What do you do?
Man, the temperature around all of them just plummets out of nowhere.
Oh. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Fumble. Go ahead and do acrobatics. Catalina, that'd be an intimidation, I believe. That's a thing, right? These guys have intimidation. There's 40 skills, so it's got to be something
Might be
like that.
bluff.
Let's see. In skills. Can't believe they don't have an intimidation. Yeah, so it'd be bluff, I think. Would definitely be. Well, you're actually planning to put them in bags, so I would also accept a persuasion because you are telling them like, no, this is really going to happen. So that works too. And then let's see, Dr. Quillum Ponderson, if you could just give me a weapon skill check to show how competent you are at brandishing your weapon. And then Otarum, if you could give me an elemental skill check. Woo, guys, you don't have to roll the exact number. Like, you can roll under. Okay. All right. Oh, and Briggs, what are you doing about this? Are you, you see your allies throwing, getting ready to throw down. You see the captain of the guards there. What do you do?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I grip the reins tight of Donkey. I mean,
Mhm.
they obviously are here to steal Donkey. So,
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
He's worth way more than whatever's in those tiny sacks.
Okay, fair enough. With your 4 out of 4 successes, I guess, Breezy just kind of just hanging out at this point. And the captain of the guard there, the bandits, one of which has been bowled over by a rolling halfling, throw their misbegotten loot every which way and try to make a run for it. The one who's been knocked down, probably not going to make it, but the other 3 are hoofing it really fast. Does anybody want to pursue them? Does anybody want to try and attack them? What do you do next, I guess? They have not wasted any action economy to try and fight you guys. They see that they are outmatched and they're just trying to flee.
Look at the captain. Does he look like he wanted to pursue them?
Does who what?
The captain. I'd look at him. Does he seem concerned or that?
Well, I mean, he's watching you guys with his hand on the hilt of his sword, but he hasn't drawn it. He's kind of watching to see what you guys do.
Would you say they're within 10 meters or further?
Oh, we had a little thing at Hardy we could have thrown up. That's cool. All right. Yeah, they're still within range that you could attack them.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do. Well, I can't really say that. Magic. I'm going to do just a gust of wind, just to kind of knock them around a little bit.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
A little bit of a scare.
All right.
But I did not roll well.
Okay, so the wind kind of buffets everywhere, but they are, they just kind of speeds up their escape, as it were. What about you, Fumble?
Well, Fumble, having succeeded in knocking one of these dudes over, will then try to parkour over a building, just leap after them.
Okay, give me another acrobatics then. Okay, yeah, you spring into action and you once again, I guess, leap off of something and Sonic the Hedgehog roll into their legs, sending them tumbling. Catalina, what do you do?
I mean, they follow my orders to drop the bag, so I just walk over to the guy on the floor and I lift my blade towards his throat. You were wise to surrender.
Okay. He just kind of mumbles out, "You don't understand. We're starving." Dr. Quillen Ponderson, what do you do?
Wow, he looks at all of his companions who have done fairly well and will just sort of lean on his staff and nod to himself sagely.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Briggs, do you continue to keep an eye on Donkey, or do you jump in?
I just keep an eye out. Seems like everyone has it handled, and
All right, fair enough. Okay. The two remaining thieves are apprehended at the gates. They thought that maybe during the changing of guard shifts, with all the businesses kind of closing down and everything being shut down, this would be the opportunity for a snatch and grab. But the four individuals, 3 men and a lady, are taken into custody. And Captain Hardy, with a scowl on his face, he just looks at all of them and he says, "I'm disappointed. You know, there's plenty of things you could do to make money around here. Stealing? Look around this town. This is all we have. Each other. And you pull some shit like this. You're no better than those green-skinned bastards." And he spits a fat wad right in front, but not on one of the apprehended men. And he says to the other guards, "Take him to jail. We'll put him to work. And check on the shop keeper. Make sure they're okay. Now, the rest of you. Where were we?" And he, unless you don't want one, he gives you a tour of the rest of the town. Pointing out the 3 stags, an impressive 2-story building with a massive thatched roof and half-timbered walls. Outside the door hangs a red sign that says the 3 stags, beer, bed, and food at heavenly prices. And you hear cheery voices spilling out into the street, along with the smell of roasted boar, and of course flute music, because, you know, we can't have any tavern music in D&D. We got some flutes in there. Gotta have das Flutens. The stag offers common rooms at one would say, affordable rates. If you guys are like, "Cool tour guy, but we need to get some sleep," you could stop here and head in to get some rest. Otherwise, he'll give you the complete tour of the place.
I mean, we should get the full tour. How often are we gonna have the chance to get a full tour from the captain of the guard?
Yeah, fair enough.
Sure.
Okay. So then he points out to you Master Ulvar's. This is an oblong, windowless log building. On the roof, there are goats feeding on the unkempt grass of the roof. Above the entrance hangs a grained wood sign saying Master Ulvar's in curling letters. This shop is run by Master Ulvar and his assistant and son, Jory. They explain that this is not a shop that specializes in weapons, shields, or armor, but common items that you might need when you are in the, prospecting or exploration or adventuring business. If you seek weapons and armor, you would want the smithy, and they show you a large log building with an open front. The glow of a hearth can be glimpsed through the smoke, and from the hooks in the ceiling hang all kinds of weapons and armor pieces. Heavy hammer blows and a melodic dwarven rumble pours out into the village square. Hardy explains that the smithy is run by Okald and Badenor, dwarven twins down from the Kumar Mountains, who were touched with far too much curiosity to stay in their homeland, but not enough curiosity to leave the safety of Outpost. And this is where you can get weapons and armor commissioned, repaired, or purchased. Then he shows you the mill. At the edge of the village is a small windmill whose sails rotate slowly in the wind. This mill is connected to a log house where piglets, chickens, and carefree toddlers can be found in equal measure. I guess they eat the toddlers. I don't know why they mentioned. No, sorry. It's a daycare center. An almost irresistible scent of freshly baked bread surrounds the idyllic place. This is run by Mr. and Mrs. Chubby Cheeks. Yup. They're halflings, and they live in the adjoining cottage with their 9 children and untold number of pets, both domestic and exotic. So this bakery, you can buy quite affordable and tasty rations here. 3 silver coins per daily ration, and it will actually taste good. So that's an option. They show you Dranis Hut, a simple dwelling with a grass roof and walls of stacked granite. A connecting garden is surrounded by a low fence. An herbal-smelling smoke billows out of an opening in the roof. This is home to the local mystic, Dranath. He serves some of the local gods associated with fire, earth, and vegetation. And he spends most of his time meditating, but he earns his living as a healer. He is a strange and unusual man, an albino, who is ancient beyond reason, and quite bald.
So he's 45.
I guess this guy must be 50. This guy must be at least 50 years old. So this guy is able to cast healing magic, but only does so if he is paid 5 coins per power level. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Know your worth. He can also be a source of esoteric knowledge, but only if you loosen his lips with some sweets, which Hardy informs you is the man's weakness. He can also be employed as a teacher of the arcane arts. If anybody is like, dang, bro, fireball's fucking dope. I want to learn fireball. This would be the campaign's teacher of mystical arts. Then he shows you the crypt of Umderman. This is a tomb-like shrine with empty torch holders on the walls, and a dense darkness inside. So this is basically where the dead are laid to rest. All right, and with all that finished, he takes you back to the tavern and says, I know weariness when I see it. Yeah, I must have had a hard journey to get here. Get some rest, and in the morning, ask around town. There's plenty to do.
Alright. Let's get some sleep so we can get some quests.
Alright, sounds good. So, I have the game scheduled from 2 to 5:30, and the reason being is that at the end of every session, you get to try to level up. Now, something I should have told you guys to keep track of is how many times you nat 1'd and nat 20'd during the session.
So I think that automatically marks on our sheet.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
I was trying to look for
Thank
another one.
God. Thank God. Okay.
Yeah,
good,
for
good,
myself, it looks like I nat 1 elementalism and that marked. I'm trying to look for the one that I did for languages. I think that was a nat 20 on that.
Yeah, nat 20. You got that real bad. Yep.
Yeah. So it marked on my sheet that.
Oh, thank God. All right. I thought I was gonna have to ask you guys to have like a pen and paper nearby or something. But that's good. Just keep
The
track.
one thing to note is if we're just messing around with rolls, we probably want to keep track of that. Like if we're just testing the rolls out. If it rolls out, you want to make sure.
Yeah. And
Sure.
these should definitely only be rolls that count, right? So like, do not just throw rolls out willy nilly in this system. Like, you know, if you're prompted to make a roll, then you would make a roll. But you definitely. You may have noticed that a lot of times I'm just saying like, oh, these things happen, but then I will also ask you for a roll. But never just throw out rolls, because in the system, every time you make a roll, that's a chance to level up, and you don't want to just be like, you know, getting into this like habit of like rolling as often as you can just to try and level up. Like, it should be meaningful for the adventure and appropriate for what we're doing. But there'll be plenty of opportunities to do all these things. You'll also notice that it's very like Elder Scrolls, right? So the more you use a skill, the better you're going to get at the skill, even if you aren't trained in the skill and you suck at the skill. Like, if you keep doing bushcraft, you will eventually get better at bushcraft, in theory. So that's what the whole thing there is. All right. Life as an adventurer brings many challenges, and if you survive, you are sure to change and maybe even learn a thing or two along the way. Advancement marks. When you have rolled a dragon or demon when using a skill, tick the checkbox next to that skill. At the end of the game session, the GM asks you the following questions about the session you just completed. For each question that you can reply yes to and justify your answer, you may place another advancement mark next to an unmarked skill of your choice. The GM has the final word, but should adopt a permissive attitude. If that's me, for sure. Did you participate? Well, I'll ask these questions in a second. And then weakness. If you during the session act in a way that clearly goes against your weakness, you get 2 advancement marks instead of 1 mark for giving into it. You now also overcome your weakness and must remove it. You must then play a full session without a weakness. After that, you may choose a new weakness, preferably based on something that has occurred in the game. Damn. Okay, so if you have a session where you act against your weakness, you actually lose it for a whole session. And that's pretty cool. Okay, and then let's see, advancement rolls. After placing all your marks, roll a d20 for each of them. If the result exceeds your current skill level, it is increased by 1, up to a maximum of 18. Once you have made your advancement rolls, erase the marks, and then start over next session. Alright, a school of magic that you already know can be improved like any other skill. However, learning new spells and new schools of magic requires special training from like a bald albino with a sweet tooth. And then heroic abilities. You can earn new heroic abilities during the play in 2 ways. When you increase the skill level to 18, you automatically gain a new heroic ability of your choice. If the skill level is reduced below 18 for any reason, you keep the heroic ability. Oh wow, and you will even gain a new ability if the skill is increased to 18 again. Exploitative. Okay. The true meta. After a grand heroic deed, the GM or the adventurer can reward you with a heroic ability. This should be a rare event, never more than once per standard length adventure. Oh my goodness. To earn a new heroic ability, you must meet its skill requirements still. Okay. So who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go.
Okay, who said that? What?
Oh, that was fumble.
Oh, okay, Fumble. All right, Fumble. Did you participate?
I would say yes.
All right. Did you explore a new location?
I mean, technically, we explored the town.
Yeah, there you go. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
I mean, he's a war killer, right?
Okay. Look at how let's look at this. Look how your DM set you up for success. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
The very first roll was a bushcraft check that didn't require force.
There you go. And did you give it to your weakness? I would say yes. All right. So, in addition to whatever you already have a tick next to, you can add a tick next to 5 other skills.
All right. It's gonna take a second. You might want to question other people.
All right. So everyone else, same question. Same 5 questions. I think the one that I'd want to check in with everybody on the most would be their weakness. I do feel that... I feel kind of bad because your character died, and then your new character didn't get to take part in a dangerous adversary encounter. I guess you kind of defeated the thieves, who did have stats if you had tried to fight them, but you also overcame that obstacle without using force. So I'm going to say that, Catalina, you would not tick the 3rd question of defeating one or more dangerous adversaries, but because that was kind of covered by overcoming them without using force. So you would get to tick. Well, what is your weakness also, Catalina?
Fearful of magic.
Fearful of magic. Okay. I don't feel like you acted against that, but I don't think it had an opportunity to really play into it. So you get to tick 3 boxes. In addition to anything that you got a 1 or a 20 on. All right, Briggs, what is your weakness?
Haughty.
Haughty. Okay. Like you're too good to get your hands dirty, essentially?
Essentially, I'm better than everyone else.
Okay.
But, so
So-
I'm too important to die. Everyone
I
else
see. I
dies.
feel like you definitely gave into your weakness, but I want to ask, do you honestly feel that you defeated one or more dangerous adversaries?
Oh, of course not, no.
Okay. All right, fair enough. All right, then you would qualify for 4 extra checks. All right, Dr. Quillum Ponderson, what is your thing? Racist, right?
Intolerant, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I would say I didn't do it because the choice was either go heal Otarum or go attack some more goblins. And I chose to heal him instead of running off.
Do you feel that acted against it? I would say no. I feel like acting against it would be like protecting a goblin.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I feel like you hit the other 4 though. I do feel like you hit the other 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So who wants to do the rolls first?
I can do them.
Weakness.
There's a button on the sheet that if you click it, it'll roll them all.
Oh, really? That's fucking cool. All
Top
right.
Rolls
right
them?
of
Okay.
skills in the middle section. You click that and it checks if you get any advancements.
Oh, the little upwards arrow to the right of the word skills.
Yeah.
All right, but after you've applied all your checks. Okay.
Yeah, if you put all your little dots in there, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I put my dots. I don't know if you want me to just do it or not.
If you guys have already handled it and it automated it, yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. I didn't know if it would spit something out to chat or not.
I don't know. I'll try it.
Oh,
and
there
see
it
what
is.
happens.
It says, yeah, I see it. It's sending
I
it
did
to
it.
me. Okay. All right, cool. And you're trying to get over your number. Okay.
And it automatically ups it if you do.
Oh, that's cool. It automatically up. Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
it's neat. It's neat.
I shouldn't be so surprised that there's some good automation, but I'm a little surprised. All right, nice. Wow, Doctor.
Oh my God. I raised every skill.
You raised every skill. Oh my God. You know what this reminds me of? I play a lot of Fire Emblem games, and this is kind of how they do Fire Emblem leveling. And you can just like never level up your stats if you're like unlucky. Your like favorite character could just be garbage because like on a level up they just do not hit any of their advancements. But man, congratulations.
Mhm. Watch out for bows and arrows.
I'm trying to think for my weakness.
Ugh.
Because mine says thin skinned, but I don't know if I wasn't as ballsy as
Yeah, I don't feel like you ever had a chance to get real angry or sensitive about anything, because, I mean, you know, you were kind of engaged the whole time. I mean, it's okay, you didn't act against your nature, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one came at you and you let it pass, you know what I'm saying?
right.
You just didn't really, like, fly off the handle about it or have a strong reaction to anything, but you also didn't give anyone provocation to, test your thin skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then overcoming obstacle without force. I don't really think. I mean, I was casting magic at the bandits, so I don't think that qualifies either.
Well, you didn't use damaging magic though. You were just trying to like knock them down. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
you have the ability to literally burn someone to death, and you decided to gently push their bottom with wind, I feel like that's, you know, not using force.
I'll take it. Okay, so then that's 4 or
Which was
5.
also, you guys probably figured out, it was definitely a test by the captain of the guards to see what kind of men you were, or people walking into his town. Were you wild vigilantes that he was going to have to keep an eye on, or were you responsible citizens? Oh, we got to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire question music during the end of the session. That'd be pretty cool. Nice. Let's see. All right. So with our last few minutes, like, what did you guys think of the system and the setting and the game so far?
I'm
You
an
can be
old
totally
school,
honest. You can be totally honest.
I like old school style games, so for me,
Uh,
this is perfect. It's like, yes, this is terrible. We're gonna die horribly, but it's gonna be fun.
yeah.
I think we're tougher than you think because you can still do things when you're at 0.
Oh yeah.
Looking
But you
at
can also
my
die of a heart attack by doing things at
right,
0.
right. I think that there's a huge imbalance with skills as to which stats that they rely on.
Oh
Like
yeah. No, it's a mess. It's a
if you're an
mess.
intelligence character, you're just like, you're the skill guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly intelligence. A lot
I
of
think there's a
agility stuff.
lot. I think there's a lot of design inequities. I think the hero abilities are just a train wreck. Like some of them like just literally give you extra action economy, and some of them are like where treasure is. Like it's like I don't know.
And there's
You
no.
really pointed for a lot of the old school. I mean, they kept a lot of the old school exactly how it was.
Yeah. And like, I don't think that's bad. I do think that there's going to be a temptation by people to, kind of metagame and take like the most mechanically viable. But that's every system, right? Like, if you're going to do that, or if you're going to go for more flavor, kind of thing. But I'm not in any hurry to try to homebrew it. But definitely, hero abilities is the first thing that I would try to tackle if I was like trying to do something to sort of improve or create a little bit more equity between some of the design. But overall, yeah, I was very impressed. I thought more of you would die, honestly. I didn't really think about the monsters taking so much damage, but that I understand it's like the intro encounter or whatever, but that monster, he had 24 hit points, which is a lot of hit points, but no armor to soak it with, and no ability to avoid or mitigate damage in any way. So as long as you were trying to damage it and damaging it, that was how you did it. It was just kind of facing it down was how you had to deal with it. But yeah, I thought it would kill a lot more people because I was so worried about the whole monsters don't have to make attack rolls. They always deal, they always deal the damage when they go to do it. They have all these different things that they could do. But I was pretty happy with how it all played out. So I don't know. And I think the first character death was a very cool one. Where you rallied yourself to keep going after critically failing. And then you held back like four goblins while everyone was kind of running away, and then they were forced to face the boss, but you like held the line until like your heart gave out. I just feel like that was a really cool story that got told in only a few combat rounds. So it was very neat. Any other feedback or initial takes?
I guess to piggyback off of my death, I think that the boss fight would have gone a lot different if I didn't hold the line. So it was both playing into my weakness, and if we had like 3-4 range attacks coming at the party where they were fighting the boss because I ran away,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been bad. I knew I could take a few hits, and it did cost me. But I will say that I like gritty settings. I like stuff like this, so I don't mind that it died.
Yeah, I mean, like going into it, I was like, yeah, definitely make a couple of characters because it's just that easy to suddenly be dead Like it's kind of nuts. And the thing about the goblins, one of the 6 abilities that the Warg Rider had was to rally the other goblins, and then they all would have had boons on all of their rolls. So yeah, it just really worked out. Really worked out well, all things considered. So it's cool. Any other takes? Any other?
No, just looking through the skill list, and I'm actually surprised there's
Yeah.
not one for Will.
That's because will is like your
Currency.
mana. It's like your currency for abilities and stuff. And so it's gonna be fluctuating so wildly, like during the adventure. I feel, and it already has like such an important role to play. That
Fair.
yeah.
Speaking of important, don't dump bushcraft. I'm looking at my. I'm never
Who?
gonna get a good night's rest.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I was reading the book. I read the book off stream because I got like really hyper focused and was able to kind of just read it without too much difficulty. It was still pretty rough, but I got through it. And my biggest takeaway was like, I think I was like, I don't know, not live tweeting, but I had made like a thread for it, and I was just like spilling out my thoughts on it. And like my react immediately was like, bushcraft is the most important skill. It was like the skill for this campaign is bushcraft.
It's like
I could not
perception.
believe. Yeah, I could not believe how many things bushcraft covered, and I didn't even remember that bushcraft included getting sleep at night. So I was like, oh my god. Yeah. All right. So I guess that's it for us. I'm willing to continue running this as often as as long as people are willing to play it. So this would be the time slot that I run it in. If this was not your cup of tea, I completely understand. But you guys were the the first people to sign up, the first people to play. So if you want to continue, your spot is secured. Just let me know in Discord if you want to continue the adventure or not. And I'll plan on running it again next Sunday.
So this is more or less the hub town, right? So if someone else was new to join, they would be coming in from here.
Yes, they would already be in the town essentially, or would be arriving in the town.
Gotcha.
Yep. You guys did sort of the inaugural session to sort of show what a journey into the Misty Vale would be like. But moving forward, there's a quest board, and then you just grab a quest off the quest board, and you're like, "This is the quest we're gonna do next," kind of thing. And then everything's already prepped and ready to go, and you just decide what quest you want to do. There is no like there's no levels, right? So there's no like level guidelines. If the doctor never dies and continues to max their gains every session, they're just going to be like a god tier character. And if somebody keeps dying all the time, they're just going to be bringing like a an unskilled scrub. So there's not even going to be equity or balance inside the party. It's just it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And again, like you never get any more health unless you find a way to raise your constitution or you take that one hero ability that gives you some extra hit points.
Robust for 2 whole hit points.
Yeah,
Those are
2
huge.
whole hit points. That's it. So, I will say that there's much more dangerous things than goblins out there, and you don't get any more hit points.
You don't
So,
say.
yeah. So, that's gonna be an experience. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, basically, as the quests are checked off the list, we'll like tear them off of the quest board, and then you guys can keep exploring. And so that allows us also to change out party comp as well. Is so if somebody's like, yeah, I'm enjoying it, but I can't make it for the next couple of Sundays, then we might, if somebody else is interested, they'll make a character and just take your character's spot for that particular adventure. And then trade back and forth and stuff.
What would be the ruling of swapping characters? So like if I wasn't up on Maid, but wanted to try like some other character. I built.
Oh, I'm completely fine with like it's how we did it in Paradise Vale. At least in season 1 is you could have a couple of characters that you worked on and leveled. The caveat being that those characters cannot be friends or like each other in any way. So you can't like have somebody go out and they find some sick wizard loot and they bring it back and they're like, this is for my wizard, I'm gonna mail it to myself. Like you can't do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They are their own individual people, and they do not give a shit about your other characters. So they can't in any way fraternize or help each other out. But yeah, if you wanted to say like, yeah, my wizard, it was a rough walk in. He's gonna hang out in town for a bit, and then I'm gonna play somebody else. That's fine.
So, Crash.
Mhm.
So what you're telling me is I already disrespected the rules because I was looking for my grandfather. I love it.
But see, you succeeded because he died. You
There
did
you
the ultimate early Dungeons and Dragons trope of Bob dies, so his brother Robert shows up and is like, "I'm here to avenge my brother." We trained under the same master, and it's literally just the same character sheet, but you just change the word Bob to Robert, and you just keep playing.
There you go.
Yeah, death was so frequent in them early days that I've seen plenty of Bob, Robert, Bob Jr., Bob Sr., like the whole family, because the player was like, I like playing this fighter. I do not want to change the fighter out. I'll pick up the equipment off my dead brother and I'll continue my journey. And I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. This system, at least with the randomization for characters, kind of forces a little bit of differentiation between stuff because they're rolling for stats and the starting equipment and all that. Yeah, so cool. All right, I'm gonna go grab some dinner. Let me know if you want to play some more on Discord, and then I'll know whether or not to schedule another session next week. But in the meantime, it was really a pleasure. Thank you guys for helping me scratch this itch, and for being patient with this being a new rule system and this Roll20. Am I right? Man, it's a lot to learn. Gonna have to watch a tutorial series or something to figure out how this Roll20 shit works.
I
But
know
yeah.
there's a really good Roll20 series out
Nah,
there.
it's out of
Is that getting updated anytime soon? I wonder.
It's out of date, bro. It's out of date, bro. It's definitely feel like there's a need to update it, but they're doing this jump start, or whatever. They're getting ready to like switch to a new platform or operating system or something. So I don't know if making a tutorial series before they make the big switch is going to be the best move, but
True.
I could definitely see checking it out after the big overhaul, because I think enough things will change in the overhaul that it will necessitate a new video. All right, later, guys.
All right. Thanks for running.
Thanks for running.
Take care.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Yeah.